One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Bang.
All right.
Okay, just quickly, just a quick funny thought. Like, wouldn't it be funny if like the PCP got like a offer by Bang to be sponsored, but then also Digi got the offer to be against
that's
Bang.
the real civil war. That's the
I hope that happens.
That's the real solution. That would be so anti-thematic. Bang, Digi is anti-Bang. That doesn't seem right. That seems very wrong.
That's true.
No,
That's
but
a
it would be
virgin
even
mentality.
funnier if we did take the offer and Digi had to shill for both.
Okay, well, that will be hilarious, but okay, let's start. We can
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
this
it
is
as
in
much
the
as we want to.
episode.
This Bang
okay.
issue is going to be what finally tears us apart. We knew it was going to be something.
Is this the cold open arc of the PCP? Is this what we're
God,
doing
I wish
now?
it is. I hate intros. I hate them just in concept.
I
I just want to go. I just want to hit
honestly,
the ground fucking running.
I really liked the cold open last time.
They're just great.
Oh,
They're
did
just
that
we don't
happen?
waste
There
anyone's
were
time.
positives and negatives.
There
to
were
that
no
cold
negatives.
open.
There were no negatives.
Hey guys,
I-
do you mind if
okay.
I like animate during this podcast?
You know what?
I got it
I'm
open
gonna
right now.
I'm gonna take this
Yeah.
time. I'm gonna take this time to rail against our audience and call out the literal cowards in the comments
Yeah.
who were like, "Did you guys mean to keep the first part in? We can't believe they
I
kept the
literally
first part in."
can't
Listen,
believe they were saying
fuck,
that. So
fuck off,
crazy.
die. Okay,
Yeah.
this is we're bringing you the real shit. We're bringing you the
Yeah.
raw shit. We're toppling.
some people aren't
we're
here for the
toppling
real
Nate's.
shit,
We're
man.
toppling Nate's totalitarian regime where there's format or structure or anything makes sense or means anything. This is a new era.
We clearly state in the clip that we were putting it in the beginning. Do you think that we just forgot? We just left in the entire intro and we didn't realize?
Here's my theory.
I mean, I don't mind saying if it was me editing, I would have cut that out and been like, this doesn't need to be in.
This is it. This is why we need an end. We need an end to Nate.
Yeah, if only there was some way to avoid Nate's crushing iron will on everyone involvement in the PCP. If only editors had any autonomy whatsoever in what they do.
If only we had any power to loosen his iron grip.
God,
Nate,
a man
you're
can
to
dream,
start
though.
drinking Bang so you can reverse that mental retardation real soon.
Yeah, I need to start chugging it by the barrelful.
Hey
So,
everybody,
I mean-
welcome to the Pro Crastinators podcast.
No,
I'm
no,
Digi
no,
Hero.
no, no,
Today
no,
with
no,
me
no, no.
is Hypocrite,
Hey,
Mage,
Stop!
Latte
Don't do
is
it.
a very soft coffee. I like it.
Don't give in.
Nate's here,
That's true.
Don't
That's
agree.
fair.
Munchie's around,
I can't.
You've got soft coffee. I got a soft
No,
cock. Never
you're playing-
never been
you're
aroused. Never been
You're
erect.
playing their game.
and last but not least,
La 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 la. Can't hear anything. La
That
la
was
la
Ben.
la la.
Everybody, that was fun.
Wonder
Right.
Boy.
You know,
what
why
is
don't
the
we just
secret
have
of
intro-
your power?
Saint is here.
Yeah,
Why
there
don't
you
we
go.
just have intros? I feel like we don't even need the podcast. If we just repeat the intros over and over, that will be when our best material comes.
Well, I still want to one day do the algorithmically generated PCP podcast via bots. That'll be good. That'll be good.
How would that go?
How
yeah,
wait,
how would you?
well,
Are
explain.
you talking
Well-
about like an actual bot to do that?
I mean, okay, so theoretically, you could program a bot to have certain topics that it brings up, and it would speak in robo voice. Maybe we could work on that and tweak it to sound more like us. But if you just have, I'm sure there's a formula you could follow.
What if we had a text to speech we each took our own audio for maybe a couple of episodes, just our own audio, put it in a text to speech reader, and then just read the script. No. We took that, put that into a procedural text generator, generated a bunch of shit and just read it and took turns or something.
You
I'm
know
just saying,
what,
bonus
Ben?
episode. That's
Yeah.
the place.
That sounds like it would be a great idea, Ben. It reminds me of an episode of Star Trek that I saw.
You are
By the way, guys, have you played the new Pokemon game?
No.
The new Pokemon game was a lot of fun.
It's already happening.
It's
Do you
bad,
guys
bad,
want to
bad,
join
bad,
the
bad.
Yang
is.
Gang with me?
No, it's terrible. It's
You know that Burger King foot lettuce guy was not a bot, is just a guy with a weird voice?
I think it would be
know
way
that more
less
than
coherent
fucking
than that.
anyone on Earth.
Yeah?
I watch
How did you
Chills
know?
all the fucking time. I'm a Chills aficionado. Listen,
Yeah?
Burger King foot lettuce is funny, but he is so much more than meets lay eye. He is a fucking true American hero. Every video, he is so not confident about the videos he's picked. Every single, like, top 10 scariest video, YouTubers who have avoided calamity. He was like, 2 children are in the woods. Unfortunately, I do not think this video is real, but who knows? Number 9.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good impression.
Well, thank you.
It's a fascinating cadence he has to his voice. A real
love
music
it. It's
to
so
it.
fun. It's so fun to say. He's a real man. He has like genuine fears and like wants in life. There's one top 10.
that.
There's one top 10 where I believe it's something like videos of people who have narrowly avoided disaster. Every single video is about people who have narrowly avoided disaster. This might be called that. Where it's this dude and he's like there's just a video of this guy driving through the rain, right? And his voiceover, something in effect of like, watch as the rain pours on the windshield of this tired Nebraska male. He is driving frantically. The road has low friction and it is hard to control. And then he just builds up this image of this poor disheveled man trying to race home for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then like the quote unquote disaster that he narrowly avoids is nothing. It just is the entirety of the video, which is the disaster.
I'm gonna be a little pro audience here because I haven't heard of this.
Big
So clarify. So this is a YouTuber who people thought was like a voice bot, like an algorithm.
I did when I first
generated voice bot.
It is just a YouTuber has a very, very, very interesting voice. A very strange
and his name is
voice.
Chills. Did you say Chills?
Yeah, Chills. He's
Since
also
we're-
a
since
rapper.
we're-
He's a
since
rapper.
We're talking
Okay.
about...
No, Mage, I have to finish this fucking video.
I thought you
Okay.
were finished, but
No,
okay.
no. So he's building up this picture of this guy frantically driving through the rain in his typical Chills fashion, and then once he gets to the end and like supposedly something dangerous was supposed to be witnessed, we were supposed to see something that was supposed to lead to his doom. Which didn't happen. He just says that he threw in this video because he's such an affinity for firefighters, and he wants to give a shout out to all the medical drivers of America who have to drive through the dense rains and
was this
and
guy
heavy
a
hail.
medical driver in the video?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
The point is that
Alright.
he just loves
That's-
like EMT
That's
members.
bad conveyance.
He just loves people in ambulances so much. He wanted to be one when he was a kid. You get really
Poor
a sense of
conveyance,
his.
but I
a sense of
appreciate the
self.
sentiment.
Yeah, you get him. You really feel more connected to Chills.
When I was a kid, I wanted to work at a lemonade stand.
Did you do it?
Why didn't you? That's the perfect time to do that.
I just couldn't hack it.
The state didn't just give Ben his lemonade stand, and what was he supposed to do about that?
What was
Just
I
sit
supposed to
there
do
and-
about that?
No.
Accrue capital and invest in
I
a
don't
small
think so.
business? I can't. No, it doesn't sound realistic. It just doesn't sound like a thing people do.
Hey, speaking of accruing mass sums of
Hey,
capital,
no. Mage was
Yeah?
gonna speak.
Oh yeah. I was.
Oh, okay,
since we're
okay.
talking about like YouTubers with funny voices or shticks or whatever,
Yeah.
there's this one YouTuber I really like. He on purpose like talks very very slowly and in a monotone, and people give him shit for it, but like as if they don't realize that he's doing it on purpose, and it's so funny to me that
Who?
they're being stupid.
what's the kind of
Name
content like?
names.
The
Yeah.
YouTube is Daft Pina, like Daft Punk, but Daft Pina.
Okay.
He's a good boy. He's a good person. I
Was-
talked to him, and I talked to him. I used to talk to him. It's not like I do it daily. But
Is he big? Is he a possible political connection that can help me in my?
Could
in
he
my
be of use to the
quest?
Yang Gang? That's
Could
what
he-
we need to know.
Yeah. Could he be of use to us?
He already has like over 100K subscribers.
Okay,
there you go.
Let's get him on here.
That's a straight up social media influencer right
I'm
there.
not sure if he would want us as associates. I
Oh
don't know.
no, no! Don't say that.
I don't know. I'm not proud of you guys. I can't.
Whoa!
That's the meanest thing anyone's ever said.
Okay.
Mom
Just
is
leave
not
it.
proud.
I don't know if he doesn't want to associate. Like I understand. Like I get it. That this is controversial. You're not proud of us.
That's so bad.
That's a step forward. That's
Savage.
a step way
Savage.
forward. That's a leap. I can't believe
Is
it.
it-
Well,
Mage, I'm
what's
proud
What
of
do we
you.
do to rectify this?
Well, when we're
sorry
when
state?
we're done reeling from this revelation,
Well, before actually, is anybody proud of the PCP? I have to wonder because Mage isn't proud of it. Jesse hadn't even told his friends he had a podcast for 3 years. And Tom got banned from Mastodon because of his association with us.
I am still.
Among other things.
That was
but
pretty
true,
crazy.
true.
I don't understand what that was about.
So did you hear what happened? Basically, Tom got banned from this social media platform called Mastodon.
Well, not quite. From a group on the platform,
right.
not the whole thing.
Well, because Mastodon exists in,
okay.
like, instances, kind of like...
Like Discord?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of like Discord, except it's not... It's, like, random what instance you're in, I guess. I don't know. I was
like a
confused
server?
about it when he...
Like an
MMO server?
I
No,
thought it was
I
more
guess
like
so.
a Twitter-esque sort of thing. I don't know.
It is. It functions like Twitter, but it is an instanced site. So there's like
the way
different
it
mods who
is-
moderate like small, like 100-person groups of
I see.
of it. And the mod of his instance was not happy with the things he was tweeting.
You have
No.
it's like Discord. Okay, if the actual texting and messaging of Discord was like Twitter, but the Discord servers, you had a new account for each one of them. So you didn't have one account with a ton of servers. It was just for each server you were in, that was a new account that you had, and that account that he had in that server was deleted.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, we should link this in the show notes.
And it was
the specific.
And it was
tweet that
because of
Tom-
us.
Well,
Yeah.
No, okay.
Well,
So
it was
about
a
the main.
it was a number of things. Because first of all, it happened because he had made a tweet talking about how
You mean a Mastodon?
a Mastodon, sure.
Yeah.
Well, he pushed. The thing is that everything he posts on Mastodon is just a tweet. He just has a program that posts the same thing everywhere. So,
Okay.
Wise.
so it was a tweet, but he had tweeted out that that like in America, their handling of Michael Jackson was this new documentary that is of questionable veracity, whereas in Japan, they are still celebrating Michael Jackson by having a huge reference to him in the new Devil May Cry game, which he had posted a screen cap of.
Indeed.
The moderator claimed that he was being insensitive to victims.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Tom
yeah, yeah.
was?
Yes, that Tom was
Yep.
being insensitive to victims.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then-
I hated that because like
I mean,
the whole idea.
Tom
of,
is defending
of Tom,
the only victim who's fucking in the case.
aren't
Well,
we
yeah,
saying...
that's the thing. It's not
Yeah.
even like Tom hates the victims because Tom doesn't believe that there are victims. It would be
Right.
very
Well,
different
well,
if
hang
like
on.
fuck
That
the
would be-
people that
when-
Michael Jackson, I believe, did rape or whatever. But
Yeah.
he doesn't believe that Michael Jackson did
first
that.
of all, Tom is not making a political stance with that comment. He is making an observation on the different,
I mean, yeah,
like
also.
reaction to the character of Michael Jackson by different populaces. So he is not making a stance. He's making a joke. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
but I
it-
suppose the most negative interpretation of that you could say is, oh, look at him highlighting. He's choosing to highlight Japan's, I don't know, less interested or
Maybe-
perhaps skeptical reaction to accusations made. Therefore, evil, I don't know,
Maybe
right-wing
in their eyes,
conservatard
Tom
Nazi.
is like
I don't know.
the Holocaust denier of the Michael Jackson variety.
Well, you got to understand the way that things are right now because this new Michael Jackson documentary came out, and very much so, it's created like a whole new wave of people who are like, "Oh, he was a monster," and I think they probably did this to capitalize on the R. Kelly thing because R. Kelly had a big documentary come out that made everybody realize he was way worse than they first thought. And so
I have mostly heard people this happens to me a lot. Like, I hear about something by way of the backlash against it.
that's like almost exclusively how I hear about anything.
Yeah, and I didn't know about this documentary until I heard people grumbling that like people are unfair to Michael Jackson. There's no real evidence against him.
Right.
And then I realized like, oh, I guess a documentary just came out talking about what he's a bad man.
Well, because a lot of people believe that documentary, and like
Yeah.
that is probably the more like majority cultural tied view of the situation. I'm sure that this mod just straight up believes it. It doesn't even remotely think about the idea that somebody would think that it was just untrue.
Yeah,
Some
to
people
him it's like
pathologically side with
Holocaust
victims'
denial.
accusations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they already gave him a warning for that tweet. Then they found out about a tweet that he had done just promoting the latest episode of PCP, the
mistake.
podcast. And I guess this mod actually went and listened to PCP.
Seemed like it, yeah.
And he said that there were a lot of, homophobic and ableist slurs.
I believe so,
That
yeah.
Funny.
Tommy
So.
specifically
Funny, it had-
apparently said.
You know, I mean, we've fucking had the N-word dropped a bunch on recent episodes. You'd think it would be for that.
Well, I mean, we all just like out of pocket say retarded constantly.
Okay, but like,
I guess that's true.
I think in the
Maybe we
tweet,
should-
like,
maybe
they
we
said
should
that Tom
examine that.
specifically said those things, or did he say?
I don't
No.
even think it was that
It
Tom
was that-
said it.
I
He
think-
just said that those things were said on the podcast that Tom associates
I
with.
believe that's
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Implying Tom
association
talks
is
on the
stupid.
PCP.
You know, and Tom
Well-
was complicit by being on the episode, I suppose. And
No,
you know,
that's not
tweeted
fair.
about it.
That's not fair. Just because you're in the same platform doesn't mean
Stop,
you
stop.
you stands by the same like I mean like
Well-
you
Well,
Nate
Mage,
and Ben.
he's-
Like 3 episodes you've been disagreeing.
Well, Mage, I'm purely playing devil's advocate.
I'm not.
Like, for
I don't
example, I
see-
think if you get like a on MSNBC, which is like they say it's liberal or whatever, if you bring on like a conservative to like argue with him and you're a host, then like even though you're literally arguing against his point, one could still make the argument that you're choosing to highlight him, and so
Yeah,
you're
that's
like
a
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
argument.
I don't.
yeah,
I don't think so.
very
If
stupid.
we were, it's not stupid. If
I don't
like
think it's such a
imagine
dumb
we
argument.
were a like fucking I don't know white supremacist podcast, and you posted and
a just caller, of course not, Ben. Of course not.
Shut up. And you posted a link to us. I mean, that would be spreading our propaganda, and if someone
Yeah.
was against that and doesn't think it should be spread, it'd be like, "Fuck you, get off my platform."
Well,
that's
that makes
different.
sense.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
I
I
guess,
think that's
I
what
guess
I
can
think that's
see.
I think that's essentially what this mod thought.
Can
was
we?
going
Can we?
on.
That's his
Ben,
thought
can you
process for
agree
sure,
though that
for
that
sure.
is extremely cowardly for this person to say that like, oh, he doesn't want us to spread our ideas, but like whether or not
No.
ideas are good or bad should be able to stand on their own. Like it's up to everybody to determine what they're what they're
Man,
listening
I
to is
struggle-
good or bad.
You know, I struggle with this. I struggle with this a lot because, like, on the one hand, I do believe people should be able to say whatever they believe and think what they think, but what if an idea gets people hurt just by its very spread? And
Then
what
we
if it's
need to learn a lesson
dangerous?
from it. But
Well, I mean, so like I've heard discussions about this. One example is like, let's just say like the knowledge of how to create a a virus that would wipe out humanity. I mean, I think most people would agree it's reasonable to suppress that particular piece of information because it's purely, would be purely destructive and no good would come from its existence or people's awareness. So, okay, so if you accept that, so now there is literally some information that just should be basically banned and not accessible. So where then we have to discuss where the line needs to be drawn. Maybe, only things that are directly like that should be straight up removed. But like in the wake of all the New Zealand shit, they've blocked 4chan and 8chan access in the whole country. I think specifically, I don't think it was the country. I think it was the ISPs, the private corporate interests, who chose to. And the thing is, we can't.
Well,
you can't stop them.
Let me make a cut and dry sort of theoretical, kind of a thought experiment, I guess. If we all agreed that an idea spread harm and hurt people by its very spread and like by people's very belief in it, like just by talking about it, it would result in bad things and people being hurt unfairly. Would we agree that we should stop the spread of it and not let people advocate it and say it?
There's something to be said for the idea of like, what do they say? Sunlight's the best disinfectant. So I wouldn't even necessarily say every time that it's best to like suppress that kind of information.
I want personally all the information that exists. I want to be on the same playing field as everybody else. I don't want anybody to have information that I have no access to.
My dude, New Zealand is straight up criminalized having the manifesto from the New Zealand shooter. It's a crime.
It's
to
fucking
have his
ridiculous.
manifesto
That is
in New
fucking
Zealand.
insanity.
That's
We
that's
can learn
pretty
a lot
loosey-goosey.
from this manifesto. That's retarded.
Yeah, like for example, all the ways that he's wrong, and I disagree with his conclusions.
Exactly.
But not everyone's gonna read. Just mathematically, not everyone's gonna read that manifesto and think wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, that's a good question, and it comes
No,
down to.
I don't like this because like what you guys like are teetering on is like policing of opinions,
Yeah.
and like who
Well, that's
decides?
exactly what it's teetering on.
Yeah, but like who decides what's good and what's bad? Like imagine now like a lot of people are saying like these opinions are bad, therefore we have to silence these people. But like they might be wrong, you know?
I mean, these are the sort of argument that comes up with, like, just for one example, if you've got, like, you know, super right-wing, like, excuse me, sorry, something in my throat, like, religious people. Like, for example, some of those people might not accept the fact that, like, for example, transgenderism is real. And so, okay, that's their opinion. And now, but you could certainly see why some people would say that this opinion is harmful and toxic.
Yeah.
And so you just end up in a situation where those people...
I personally think the best course of action is to have these people and debate them and then, like, point out all the ways they're wrong. No, listen. You're not going to change their minds because their minds are already made. You're debating them to change the minds of the people who are listening. You allow people to decide themselves what's right and wrong. You don't police them. You don't force them to think the right way. I don't agree with forcing people to think of one way or another.
I think that is a very optimistic way to look at things.
No,
I think that
is
you
the
are
pessimistic way to look at it.
No,
because
wait, let me finish. I think that's optimistic because I think that's assuming people are creatures of rationality, and that when two ideas clash in the public free exchange, that, like, the better one will win out, and I don't think that's true necessarily.
I don't think
necessarily.
I'm not saying this is the best course of action, but I prefer this to policing thoughts because I don't want people telling me what to think or what to make of this. I don't want people to tell me that...
Okay, but to be fair, Mage, isn't that you simply prioritizing freedom at potentially the expense of, like, you know, harm or safety, which I don't even disagree with. I'm just saying that you're using your preferences there to dictate. You know, you just said you don't even necessarily think it's the best course of action.
The reason that this freedom is so necessary is that nobody can determine what is the best for humanity. I mean, for all we know, it could be possible that leaving anyone outside of my particular religion, whatever that may be, alive will damn me to hell. That's possible. You know?
Yeah.
Like, who's to say that murdering everyone outside of my religion is not, in fact, the best way forward for humanity, whoever's left afterwards? We have no way of knowing that.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no objective standard of which ideas are, you know, right.
Right.
Necessarily.
So,
we do have to decide that.
And so, like,
morality is decided by society as time goes. It's shifting. There's not a constant agreed.
And that's why I want... That's why I want all the info, because it's always going to be changing. If we said that this piece of information is, like, absolutely needs to be on lockdown, well, like, for how long? From whom? Who's gonna, like, is this information gonna be handed down and kept in, like, are we gonna form a fucking Templar society to protect this knowledge for the next 2,000 years?
Now,
like, the info's gonna get out there.
I want to apologize. I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna say the N-word. I'm going to Godwin's Law this conversation, and the N-word is Nazi. And I'm gonna say that is that attitude not the sort of thing that leads to the rise
nigger.
of it? Shut up! Stop! No, God, we gotta stop. I don't like it. I don't fucking like. Oh yeah, we're that podcast that says the N-word. I don't want to be that podcast. I really don't.
What about being the podcast that just, you know, doesn't accept that some words, regardless of context, are always inappropriate? I do want to be that podcast because every podcast should be that podcast.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm not saying that this is a particularly tactful use just now, but, you know.
What?
Everybody laughed.
I did.
That's what matters.
I did. You defied my expectations, and you got me to laugh. You got me the sensible chuckles. But anyway, the point is that kind of thinking not the sort of thinking that leads to the rise of fascism, etc. Because it's like, oh well, who knows? Who's to say what's wrong?
No, isn't your kind of thinking leading to that sort of thing? Because you're policing people like, my way is the right way, and everyone who's wrong is wrong. Therefore, they should be eliminated.
Well, hold on.
It does raise the question,
don't put
what do
this
you do
on
with
me.
dissenters?
I'm just asking questions, guys.
Well, I'm also asking questions.
All right. Well, my questions are better than your questions.
There will be no answer
really didn't
found
want
here today.
politics to come in yet again.
We're not.
But in my heart of hearts, I know that it's not necessarily a bad thing to talk about politics. I just never have anything to say of worth because.
What do you mean, Mage? You're saying shit. We're having a debate.
Well,
we're having an actual debate.
This isn't so much about politics as opinions and the freedom of opinions.
It's not as political as #Yang Gang. Exactly.
Indeed.
But it's
Indeed.
ideological.
What was Nicola
American
trying
politics,
to say?
I don't care. I'm not American. I don't care for politics. But
Okay,
I like
we're
to.
not there.
I wanna believe that purple is the best color, and no one can tell me otherwise.
You can't control the flow of conversation. I mean, you're trying to. That's why I didn't butt in either.
Like,
but
you
just gotta let people talk about politics if they want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait
we're
it
going
out.
back to
Skip the video,
Wait.
maybe.
We're on a.
Well,
Let's not go back. Let's fucking
wanna-
dig into this.
I want to go. I want to
would
go back
rather
to
not.
opinions.
I don't think it'll just be. We won't discover. We already know what the issue is. Look.
No,
yes,
I
we do.
want to expand. I want to expand. Like
Yes,
it's like
Mage, expand.
yeah, it's like the reason I hold this opinion is not necessarily because I think it's the best way forward. It's just I don't think it's possible to make all the people just follow rules all the time and not expect rebellion.
Well,
I think within the freedom of being able to choose your own opinions, maybe Darwin's law will come into play and all the stupid people will die out. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. But
here's the question. Like, say you're a mod,
I just want truth to be out there, not suppressed, because a lot of the time truth is suppressed in favor of, what's best for the people isn't necessarily the truth, is a popular opinion, and I don't like that. I want to know the truth, and I want to base my opinions on the available truth, and I can't tell what the truth is without knowing all sides of the story. And therefore, I want to know all sides of the story so I can find the truth myself and then decide on my own what I want to believe.
Well, question, what if someone's lying? What if someone's going on the internet or wherever, going on podcasts? Like, what if they're going and they're spreading lies and misinformation?
And it's up to each individual person to see if,
Well, right there, Ben, you're assigning malice to that, but I mean, I'm sure you would agree that
I'm not assigning that. Well, they could be doing it by accident.
Oh, well, okay, but to lie by accident is not actually a lie. It's just a mistake.
I didn't say lying. Well, I did say lying, but I also said spreading misinformation.
It
happens.
It happens a lot. As sad it is to say, it happens a lot, but I still... There's a chaotic element in this. Like, it's not ideal, it's not perfect, it doesn't always give the best results. I know that, but I prefer this to being told what to think. I don't like the whole militant idea of someone decides what's best for you, therefore it's best for you. Don't question it, just follow orders, be a robot, live your life the way everyone tells you to. I don't like it.
Well,
look, I think we've literally covered everything we can cover.
I want to say one more thing. I don't think we've risen to the level of talking about, like, should we put a legal ban on saying certain things? Although I guess we could ask that question.
They've done that in Britain and Australia.
We're talking
and
about
whatnot.
a mod on Mastodon. We're talking about an individual that is charged with moderating a community.
In 1984, the
Not a
story
legal
wasn't so
sanction.
much. It wasn't really a story about how the state imposed control of everyone. It was about how the people rose up and demanded that they be policed and that their speech be controlled. And it was the people themselves who did it to each other, as opposed to, like, the government doing it. So, this is a danger from just within society.
Well, I mean,
we've got corporations that do it now, and they're going beyond the government's control, which doesn't reach this far, at least in America.
Yes.
So,
in 1984, it was... I mean, the people did it to each other, but the government enforced... I don't know. I guess it's sort of a chicken and egg thing about like, did the government impose this and the people accepted it, or did the people want this and the government, like, took advantage of that public desire or whatever? I don't know how to... okay,
Stop talking now. Let's move on to something else.
Yep, fair. Hey.
You've done enough. You've done enough yabbering.
Okay. Fair.
I got a thing to talk about. I've been bit by the animation bug. You know that I did animation at uni, and then I just stopped. I made my 3 films, and then I just sort of didn't do that, and I went to YouTube and I made video game reviews like a fucking idiot.
What a disaster.
Yeah, but recently, while animating the finale of my webcomic, I was like, animating's good. And I like the planning, I like the animatics and the storyboarding and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so, in rapid succession, there's 2 MAPs, multi-animator projects. Unfortunate acronym, but, there we are.
Oh, Misanthropony, please come back.
Yes, exactly. So, I
fucking love that guy. Misanthropony, if you're in the comments, let us know you're there.
And if we can see you at BronyCon.
And see you at BronyCon,
shit.
yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Bully.
I'm not bullying. I'm serious. I want to fucking.
Ben's gonna get bullied by Miss Anthropony at BronyCon. He's gonna kick him in the dick.
Anyway,
I don't
sorry.
think. I don't think so. I think we've gone past that. I think we can have
well,
I
that's
think
good.
we can have a meeting of the minds. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. I think it would be really fun to like, fucking shake hands with Miss Anthropony.
You should take a ceremonial picture of both of you kicking each other in the dick simultaneously.
Exactly.
Now, that would be iconic.
That would be great.
very nice.
That would be great.
Okay, but yeah,
anyway.
like I signed up for a Homestuck MAP, and I'm animating like 2 scenes, and it's just going really well, and I'm liking it. And then I'm still like subbed to Crown Prince, the wolf lady.
Yep.
The
yep.
wolf
Yeah,
lady
she's good.
from the thing. She
Isn't
had an
she a
MAP.
Horse lady?
No,
wolf?
she's always been a wolf.
Oh, wait,
character.
no,
she's
you're
a
right.
horse.
She had a horse, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
more of
she
a,
did.
more of a wolf.
Ooh,
She's more of a
deep
wolf.
lore. But yeah, and she had one which is like a really short one, which with a much more sensible deadline. The Homestuck one is like for 4/13. It's like a big epic 10-year anniversary of the beginning
Catch me
of
in 1
Homestuck.
week from then, and 420, my dude, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of which,
So yeah,
let me check the
animation's cool, and I
calendar.
really like that I'm getting back into a craft that I've sort of forgotten about. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's good.
I feel strong and powerful.
I mean, it was
That's
probably
really
a
great.
year ago you made, what was it, Descend or whatever it is?
Yeah, that was barely an animation. That was just sort of like moving drawings
okay.
around in Adobe Premiere.
There were some squiggly lines going on and whatnot.
It was awesome though.
It was,
That's true.
yeah.
For anyone, goes a long way.
S-Descend is a RFCK thing that is on. It's on the Hypocrite channel, right?
It's on
No.
Gibbon
the
Fortress
Gibbon
2,
Fortress
you fool.
2.
Right. It's on Gibbon Fortress 2. It's also clipped on the RFCK Twitch.
Indeed.
The rowdy.
That was a legendary
Twitch.tv/Rowdy Frickers Cop Killers.
What was it like to get back into it, Hippo? Did you? Was there any period of like, oh, what the fuck is a Toon Studio or whatever I worked in?
The beginning was like I wanted to make an animation for the end of Bale Jape, and so I was going like, okay, I did this in uni, and pre-production is the key. If you pre-produce, properly, then everything falls into place very easily, and then animation is simply, busy work rather than brain work, and you can just get through it.
Yeah.
And by looking at like calendar dates and thinking about how fast I could make certain scenes and going through the animatic and the storyboard, and it was just I just sort of fell right back into it. I really enjoyed myself making this come together, and all the little GIFs that I was making to like show various discords that are animation based, and just like, hey guys, look at this. It's cool. I'm good at art, and it's great. And my favorite thing about animation is that you don't need to be good at drawing to do it. The whole point is that any one drawing
quite a
stays on
detriment,
screen. Any one drawing stays on screen for such a small time that it's okay to be kind of bad at drawing, which is why I got into it in the first place.
Let me gripe about people that post like smear frames from animation and are like, haha, look how bad this looks. And it's like,
dumb.
posting a frame is stupid.
I like
That's
that
not-
really
post a
wide one of
frame
Superman.
from
from
that
Superman.
doesn't prove anything. That one frame in an animation is like weird looking. Like,
Are you familiar with that one of it's Superman like moving sideways into the frame, but like in this one moment he's stretched across like the entire canvas of the screen?
I have not seen that, but have you seen the one of
see if I can
the
find it.
cheerleaders in Kim Possible?
No, I haven't.
There's one of like there. It's like all of them sort of in the group like move down, like they squat down really fast before a jump or something, and so like all of their faces are like stretched and like there's like their entire face is like stretched down like the entire length of their bodies.
Do people actually laugh at that, or do
I
like,
think at some point.
I mean, okay,
people
look at
did.
this. This wasn't the one I was thinking of. Check the show notes, but look at this is one of the many Superman smear frames, and I think you'll appreciate it. Okay, it's
All
fucking
the,
loading.
all of the
Whoa, that looks
references
great.
I've seen to that just seem to be like, haha, well, that's crazy that it looks like that in between animation. Not that it's necessarily like bad. I don't think anyone thinks it's bad.
I've seen
people post it about like anime, like Naruto.
Well, yeah, like a common one
It's
is
funny
people
you say that.
post-
I see a lot of people deliberately celebrating smear frames in the Sakuga community. Like,
Yeah.
it used to be there was a huge backlash against the fact that people would always like shout bad animation at like shonen stuff, and like when there'd just be like a character who looks off like in the background, and people would highlight it and be like, this looks terrible. Though personally, it's kind of funny because while I appreciate why like it's annoying to people that kind of stuff gets brought up and called bad animation, you know, nonetheless, it's not like it's impossible to not have that happen. But like,
it's not but it's
but with smear
like,
frames,
these frames,
those are obviously there on purpose. Like they are a part of the animation. They're meant to be seen in motion. They look fucking hilarious and great, though.
This is a technique. This is an animation technique.
I mean, it's literally to make up for the fact that you can only animate so many frames per second.
So fucking wide. Oh wait, okay, I found the one. I found this one of them, like glowing
if
white.
animation was like 120 frames per second, you would draw each one of those, but because you literally can't.
That's the best one yet. That's so good.
It's
so
what
base.
amuses me is the face he makes. It's like it reminds me of that one anime face.
That one actually looks like he's just really wide and rectangular and making a face. He looks like Balrog from Cave Story.
Yeah,
but with a torso.
Well, I was thinking the TV man from Dead Leaves, but that is pretty similar to Balrog.
Did you? I watched that anime at your recommendation just the other day, and it is very, very munchy-core.
Face. Hold on, I'm gonna post this.
It's very, very munchy-core. I loved it.
Yeah, it seemed like it. I don't know. Are you down with like the dick jokes and the dick humor too much though, Munch? You seem like you wouldn't be into
Why
that.
would Munchie not be into dicks?
Because he hates sex. He doesn't want to think about the existence of the penile.
Munchie draws dicks all the time.
That is a gross misinterpretation of my hatred for sex.
But don't they like fuck and like there is a baby and that's gross. That's
it's
sex.
really cool when people fuck in movies. What, am I stupid? Am I brain dead to think
You
that's
tell
not
me.
the case?
I don't know.
It's really
fair
fucking
enough.
cool. It's cathartic. It's like seeing a dude okay, I think of sex in movies the same way as getting like someone's head blown off in a movie and their fucking gore splatters across the window. That's exactly the feeling of like, oh!
He screams when he sees it. Yeah. But in a cool way.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Yeah.
Hippo, I just kind of lost the plot here, but I really think it's really cool that you're trying to get back into something that you've sort of thrown to the wayside in the pursuit of more
gold.
You know,
terrible.
interesting aspirations.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I never really meant to throw it to the wayside, but my overwhelming feeling coming out of animation college was this is really depressing and difficult, and so many people try so hard and all they end up doing is like advertisements. And they never like they when they're 45 they finally get enough money to make a short film, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, no, end. I don't want to do that. So like as a career prospect, they didn't seem like the best thing to go for because of the way that I approached animation. I felt more fun, you know, doing silly little small things that weren't like, you couldn't really sell the stuff I do that well. I mean, maybe you could, but like, yeah. And then I became a writer, and now that's my job, and now animation can become a hobby again, which is great.
Yeah, that's kind of there's probably some kind of bell curve or a balance to be found there, and it kind of makes me wonder if like for your average like non like career established with like a large income or following or anything, for a person like that, I wonder if it makes sense to like have a day job of whatever kind and then to make their passion project be something they can spend years on if they want to, and then to, you know, make it as good as they can. And
that's not a particularly weird, you know, set of circumstances.
No, I mean that's literally what I've been doing for years.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I think there's a lot of value to that, actually. I think there's a lot of value to having that sort of normal life, you know, out in the world doing maybe your 9 to 5 or even just whatever other menial labor job you have. And then
that's why
I
mean
home
things
and
have
unwind.
I've been changing my approach lately, but like that's why the 6 month long for a video sort of things were you know taking so long.
What's interesting about like working, you know, just not having a job that you go to, wake up, honey, toast, please, thank you, kiss, goodbye. Instead of having something like that, where you can just come home at the end of the day and be like, well, I'm off from work, and then maybe you can turn on the telly, or maybe you can turn on, your canvas and give out your paintbrushes or something. You have free time that is clearly yours. As opposed to that, when you're doing what we do, and it's just every waking moment from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, you could theoretically be doing work.
That's the life of an entrepreneur in one way or another.
There's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of mental negatives to it, I feel.
That's fair. It's not for everybody. I think that's for sure.
I almost value, and I think I might have pushed it away too much, like out of sight, out of mind in my youth. And I haven't really considered the idea of having especially what Hippo is describing of sort of like animation being like a busy work sort of thing, just having a job that is sort of menial tasks. I kind of made it in my mind, decided, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. I wouldn't do that. I didn't even consider it for a while. But more and more, as I grow maybe a month or two older, I think maybe that's actually a good idea. Maybe I actually want to do that. Maybe I actually want to have dedicated work time where I can spend doing something that isn't necessarily creative pursuits. And then when I get home, I'll just have that time to myself when I can do what I please.
I resent. Listen, I understand the idea that like having a like regular 9 to 5 is provides structure in your life and is maybe good in a pragmatic sense. But I can't stand the idea that I am laboring with the goal of making my boss money, which is the purpose of labor under capitalism.
Well, I mean, you're making Patreon money with your Patreon. Are you also upset about that?
I don't think you understood what I just said. I didn't say not...
They're your boss, basically.
You fool. Yeah, but I'm not working to make money for them.
But then, I don't understand. Aren't you, though?
You are making
No,
money.
of course not.
Wait,
are you having a stroke?
How are they...
I mean, you need money to live. You're
make
posting
money
things
for
to Patreon
them.
To earn
Make money for them. When you have a job, you labor so that the person employing you generates wealth for themselves.
I mean, it's called a job, and you agree to do the job to get paid, and the reason you have the job is because you can provide value to your employer. Yes,
that's right. And
I don't want
to provide value to an employer.
Okay,
Nate,
let's not even get into it.
You got lost. You were talking about like the fact that Patreon takes a cut of your earnings.
Yeah, that's correct.
But that doesn't necessarily contradict what Ben was saying.
I don't think that's what Nate was talking about. But
I
thought Nate was talking about his patrons.
That does annoy me.
I mean, there's the patrons as well, I suppose.
No, there's not the patrons. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not making money for my patrons by working for their money. That's not what's happening.
Isn't that exactly what you're doing?
Are you insane?
What are you talking about?
Wait. Sorry, you said making money for them. I mean,
yes.
Okay, not money, but you are providing value, so it's not money.
Okay,
but
what Ben's point is simply that if he works for a boss at a regular
just got
job,
some issue with money, I guess.
Shut
and I don't know
up!
Why.
When did you say it?
You
fucking idiot.
If Ben is working at a regular job, then that means that his boss is making money off of him, and he does not want that. That's what he's trying to say.
That's correct.
He does not want his effort to make money for other people.
And you resent the idea of other people having a boss.
No. Why are you putting fucking words in my mouth? Listen, I said this in the comments in the last video. Someone was like, Ben, something, this must be why you resent people with corporate jobs. And I said, I don't resent people with corporate jobs. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Nothing wrong with making a living. But I resent the jobs themselves. I think the jobs are, I mean, not always, but, a lot of, jobs exist to generate value for the employer, and
they also exist to like make the world happen.
I don't know. I don't think they do under capitalism.
I don't want to get into this, dude. I will just get mad. You are so retarded, Ben. You're the dumbest person on the planet. This pisses me off.
I would say, well, explain, Nate. Why you got to back that up?
I don't want to get in. Look, your whole conception about the exploitation of the worker who agrees to do the job. Oh no, it's so sad they're being abused by agreeing to take the job that their employer beneficially gives to them to do. What a sad state of affairs.
I'm gonna take the high road and not get mad, even though you are completely misquoting me and putting words in my mouth that I didn't say. I love you. There you go.
Aww.
You fucker.
Well, I
That
didn't mean to put
reminds
any words in
me,
your mouth. I apologize if I
a
did
very
that.
different topic quickly. The video that you guys recently released, I just realized at the very end, you guys lay in one bed, marriage confirmed.
Yeah.
Indeed. True.
This was never in doubt.
Was
And
that
as with every marriage, there is one intellectual superior and one
Yeah.
intellectual inferior, and
I
I
would
think
agree.
we've made our cases well here.
I think we know who's who. Wink,
Indeed,
wink.
indeed.
Yeah.
The audience will understand my point.
Okay.
They will understand
so
the truth.
is the ending of the TBAP not an Angry Beavers reference?
I have no idea
Wait,
what you meant
what?
when you said that. So no, it wasn't intended to be.
There's this episode of Angry Beavers where the two of them like wake up after like experiencing some kind of like dream within a dream kind of thing, and then I think one of them slaps the other, and then they like keep waking up. Or no, it was a time travel thing. I don't fucking no. He kept slapping him into last Tuesday. That's what it was. He kept slapping him so
watched
hard
the
that he would
Angry
go back in
Beavers.
time or something like that.
I mean, it sounds hilarious, but it was not intended to be a
watched
reference.
Angry Beavers, and I don't remember that.
Dude, this is all I remember from Angry Beavers. I saw like 15 minutes of an episode at a friend's house once, and it was like the one kept slapping the other back in time, and then like it kept happening again, and it just had a very similar vibe to that scene in TBAP, especially because Phantom kept slapping Keg for some reason.
Because it was the joke.
Yeah.
Because abuse
why.
is funny.
It was just
Yes,
very.
indeed.
It was just like it
So
felt like
the
a
question
reference.
is, Nate and Ben, was the ending of this video a
Yeah.
reference to this bit of a show that no one remembers, and I remember even less?
Yeah.
This very specific moment from the show. Was it a reference to that? I don't think so. Did you?
Yeah.
I
No.
don't think so.
Well, I didn't know if you guys knew it. Like, I don't know if you guys fucking were huge Angry Beavers fans.
I actually did.
Fair enough.
I actually did really like Angry Beavers.
Yeah, me too,
But I don't
but,
remember that specific
I'm gonna find this
episode.
Is that
fucking
that
scene.
show with the guy?
Okay.
It's the one with the
brown guy and the
beavers.
blonde guy and the one with the red nose.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I think I've seen a little
Norm,
bit.
right? Norman something?
Angry
Norman
Beavers,
Dag.
Cow and Chicken.
Dag.
What else?
Cow and
By the
Chicken
same
sucked.
guy.
Angry Beavers ruled. That's my official opinion on the subject.
I remember the one where
Maybe it
oh
wasn't the
god,
same guy.
I remember the one I remember best is was the one with they have this candy or something called lickety splits, and it's just
yes,
like a
I
log
remember
with
it
like
well.
sap
They
in
did
the
gambling
middle.
or something.
I think so.
Oh,
And
it
then
was
there's-
like if they lost some challenge, the other one had to be their servant for one day or something.
I
and
remember
it was a
one where they
big-
can't sleep. Like they dare each other like who can go the longest without sleeping, and eventually they get too tired to sleep and they just stay awake for like eternity. It was like
Indeed.
dystopic. Okay.
Hey, this is all cool and all, but on the subject of the
Of race
TBAP
and
resurrection,
politics, going back to that.
no, of TBAP resurrection. Let's talk more about that. So people, in case you didn't see it on it's not on this channel, but on TBAP, it's official TBAP release, episode 26 of TBAP officially, excluding the podcast.
It's only 26?
I checked the stats, and
Oh my God.
yeah, that was, well, I mean, so the whole podcast happened, but it was the 26th mainline, like normally edited TBAP episode, and it's out.
It
we
took
max revived. We have
$9,000
fulfilled.
for you to edit one of those videos.
Yes, it was the top award tier, or it was the top stretch goal for RadCon. We hit it
$9,001
to max revive TBAP, and
Yep.
we fucking did it.
It has been max revived, although
Which was the last promised thing from RadCon 3. We have
Yes.
delivered on everything we said we would do at RadCon 3 officially.
And just for the record, it was on the exact 1 year anniversary. It
Yes.
released yesterday of the day RadCon 3 ended proper as we were doing it live in the arena. So
It's time to
You're
start
welcome.
looking forward, guys. It's time to start
It
looking
is.
forward to the
It is.
future.
I still
It-
want that GRPJ. God it, though.
that was not a promise. That was
It
not
wasn't, no, so it's not
a
obligated.
RadCon
Oh,
promise.
okay. Munchie, can I put you on the spot?
No,
Can I
you
put you on the
can't.
spot?
You can't do that.
Okay, I won't then.
That wasn't an article in the Rad contract.
Indeed, it was not.
Well, I'm curious about it, but we can talk about it later.
No,
Okay.
we
and-
can't. I know.
What?
No,
Is this
stop.
something unrelated?
Stop. Hippo, you fucking bitch.
Okay,
Fucking
whatever.
kill
What-
yourself.
what
Fucking
are we
kill
curious about?
Fucking
Hey, I
kill
wanna take a
yourself. Okay.
moment.
All right.
I
All
wanna-
right.
Okay, fine.
Let's move on to RadCon 4 because we got to
Wait,
do
let me
it.
let me just finish my comment here, and we can do that.
Sure.
But I just want to thank everybody who was involved in helping. That was Gib and Jesse, obviously, providing
yeah.
voice acting.
I really liked how that intro played out. It was good.
I think it was great. It was lore rich.
Despite the fact that neither of us listened to each other's audio, we had a good back and forth going.
Indeed. I mean, we wrote out lines, so it was a thing.
Okay, I cannot find this fucking episode of Angry Beavers, but I figured out exactly what's going on in it. Okay. What happens is that the one beaver is continually annoying his brother all week, finding new ways to annoy him, and then the brother bops him into last week. That's the idea. He hits him so hard he goes back in time, but it keeps happening. Every time he reaches the end of the week, he has annoyed his brother so much that he bops him into last week, and it just keeps happening until he finally stops annoying him.
Fascinating.
So do more and more time clones start appearing because he keeps getting sent back in a time loop?
I don't know if it's one of those time travel versions.
I don't think it's like that.
Groundhog Day, but Beaver Day.
Yeah.
Maybe the episode's called Beaver Day.
That's pretty funny. He's got to learn his lesson or whatever.
Okay.
He's like, I keep getting punched in the nose or whatever. I keep getting punched. Why does it keep repeating? No matter what I do, I keep repeating the week. It's gotta be Norb punching.
Norm's the
Dag.
one who annoys Dag generally. So
No. Dag's the brown one.
Yeah, isn't Norm kind of the smarmy know-it-all asshole?
He is this. Yeah, but Dag is the stupid funny one. So I would imagine it was Dag annoying Norm.
Okay,
yeah,
maybe
that is
maybe.
the case.
Oh,
okay.
All right, fair enough.
Cha-ching.
Hey,
wait. Okay, wait. Let me finish my goddamn thank yous. Goddammit! I just want to.
Why are you giving a fucking Oscar acceptance speech over releasing the TBAP episode? Why is this happening?
I just want to say thank you to Fit MC
it's
for recording and Victor for filming. That's it.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to fucking say. It wasn't a big deal, but you made it a big deal. You unzip me, you piece of fucking shit! Why did you make me do this? You ruined my Oscar acceptance speech. It was gonna be such a positive moment, and now it's ruined.
Did Fit MC voice the dad? Is that what that
that's
was?
not the dad. That's not their dad. That's their manager.
That's whatever.
Risky business.
Or producer.
The reason I said
producer,
the dad
business.
is because I thought that your dad had voiced him.
No.
Whoa, that would have been very interesting.
Yeah, Fit MC voiced Risky Business in TBAP Resurrection. Their dad, Gold Standard, appears in... Yeah, Gold Standard appears in...
Phantom Reviews. Phantom Reviews.
Yes, in Phantom Reviews, and he was voiced by Jesse. And their mom, Angel Food, was also voiced, and was that
She was voiced by Jenny What's-Her-Face.
Was it Jenny Nicholson?
That's right.
Really?
YouTube.
You got her? She's
Yes,
a big deal
we
now.
also
She's
got
a big
Jenny
deal.
Nicholson.
I
She
know.
also played Kimmy Sparkle in the Cutie Mark Kerfuffle Part 3.
Yes, which was her character, but
Yep.
she also voiced Angel Food, which is cool.
We did it, lads. And
Right on.
incidentally, for those who don't know, Ben and I so there was some weird thing. We were both kind of on track to play a character in Friendship is Witchcraft, and there is one or two lines. I think it's actually both me and Ben doing two different bits of this character.
This was weird. They were working on the next episode of Friendship is Witchcraft, and they asked both of us to voice this character, Craig. The character was going to be just a regular human who didn't know what was going on and was a completely normal human person in the world of Friendship is Witchcraft.
He traveled through the portal and became a pony. Was the thing
Was
happening to him? Yeah, he walks through the portal in his first appearance.
Oh, I thought he was literally a human, a human. But
he was a human, but he walks through the portal and goes to the pony world.
I thought he wasn't a pony, but whatever. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, there was one line or two lines, and I think they were gonna just alternate between our voices or something.
There was some confusion. Look, we were fighting over this role a little bit, so there was some weird...
we both really wanted to do it.
There was a little bit of shenanigans going on there. They were I could be the singing voice and Ben could be the speaking voice or some shit like that.
Really?
I mean that that was discussed.
The way you're describing it, it makes it feel like they intended they approached maybe both of you to cast a wide net, and when you both found out, they were like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
I really wish they had just
I
come and
really hope
asked one of us.
the corporate red tape from that was the reason the episode never got done. They couldn't resolve the conflict.
I'm sure
I
that was
assumed
it.
that
I'm sure that was it.
From what you described, I assumed that they were just telling you both that this guy was perfectly normal, so you would play him that way, when the reality is that he's some kind of weird split personality, and that they wanted to have cycle between both of your voices the whole time.
No, I'm afraid not.
Well,
Anyway,
I mean,
we both
who
loved
knows
Friendship is
what would have
Witchcraft.
happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would argue that Friendship is TBAP was the highest production regular show of the Pony Review crew. So we certainly had the cred to take this.
I mean,
role.
if you consider Horseshoe to not be a regular show, then
well, I do not. Yeah, I do not, because ours was weekly and his was not.
well, it was pretty close at first to weekly.
But first.
Not for very long.
Yeah.
Not for very long. But whatever, it's not important.
Anyway, fond memories.
Mm-hmm.
But we're canon to Friendship is Witchcraft lore,
Well,
so suck it.
Are we?
We're in
it
there.
never
Yeah,
came-
we're
it
in
never
the first
came-
episode of Horsewomen. Craig shows up.
Wait, but there is no horsewomen.
Episode 1 was made.
Oh my god.
Was it?
Yes, Ben. Yes.
Sorry, I was drunk. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Moving
intoxicated.
I have something
Anyway.
very important to say about Angry Beavers, and
Okay.
that's that. Actually, I
Angry
don't. Never
video
mind.
game node.
Radcon 4, everybody. Here
Radcon
we go.
4, baby. Maybe eventually.
I mean, yeah, at some point.
More
at some
lectures.
point. We'll see.
We've all had like ideas for lectures, but like none of us have thought.
I have
where
a
to
concrete,
do it and
hardcore,
when.
ready to go anytime idea for a lecture. So I'm
Yeah,
ready.
Like no preparation required.
Yeah, I mean, I would need to draw the board. Other than that, nope.
Are you keeping it under wraps?
Yes.
I haven't-
Yes.
I haven't actually like written out or scripted anything for a lecture until we have like a plan for when we're gonna do. I mean, I know one or two that I would do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll drop this hint that I don't know, whatever. It's just that
Topic-wise.
I don't need to do any prep work. I just know everything I need to know already. So that's
Sick.
there you go.
Sick.
Is it about Gurren Lagann?
Oh, there's not enough material for a lecture there.
Is
But
it about
anyway.
Homestuck?
Oh God, I hope
I
so.
don't know why Nate would be doing the Homestuck lecture.
That would
Because
be,
obviously, my famous podcast, Nate Talks About Homestuck, really
Yeah.
shook up the metagame of YouTube and changed
I
the
have
world.
2 planned lectures, but I'm not going to start researching them until we know when Radcon 4 is, because
Fair.
That could be forever. We got guys. Let's do the Radcon.
We
4
need
meeting
Radcon 4 to
on air,
metastasize
guys.
already.
metastasize. We do. I mean, if it's gonna happen, we need to actively start thinking about it and planning.
Yeah,
it.
because a lot of people just won't do any prep work until it's decided, and people are like, well, I'm not going to work on it till I know what I'm going to do. So, I mean, yeah, at some point you just got to call it. But that's not going to be for a while, so.
It's looking like this summer is going to be another summer of pain where I'm racing across the map.
Just don't do that, though. Just have a summer of good.
Yeah, okay, all right. You know what? That's a good idea. Hey, Mr. President? Yes. Done. Bang! Sorry, guys. I shot the president. I knew I was. All right, this is over.
Oh, no.
What even was that?
Listen, guys.
It was an assassination.
I went to
ensure Bernie's
I went to
victory?
Improv Asylum and I'm suing my fucking director. He didn't teach me shit. I'm trying to get some money back.
Hey, speaking of assassinating the president, you were pretty close to doing that the other day, Munchie, at that Bernie rally. That's pretty cool, yeah.
Are we really going to recycle content from the bonus episode?
I just want to say we should definitely link in the show notes for non-bonus episode people that one GIF.
Okay. Yeah.
Enough said.
I can't believe that GIF is real. I
It's
can't
real,
fucking
man.
believe it.
I'm still watching it.
If you want to know the full story, then go to the bonus episode.
You gotta be a bonus boy.
Sunshine and Rainbows. If you just want to have confirmation that I'm there, click the link in the description, and you might melt.
Indeed.
Bernie's back in California to complete the political revolution.
and there he is, and there Bernie is.
Just one of the boys,
amazing.
that Bernie. Bernie has moved his soul to a young vessel and is preparing for his new run on presidency.
I have something that I want to bring up. I don't have a lot to say about it, but I
Yeah.
have a bit. You guys know Petscop?
Yeah, of course. I know.
Yeah, the
I
game,
thought-
the quote unquote game.
I thought Munchie. I figured you would know about it.
Pet
it's
shop?
No, Petscop.
Petscop.
It's
Petscop,
the game, right?
It is
Please explain. What is
it is a YouTube channel / video series
That plays
that
a game.
is
Yeah.
a let's play. It's a let's play. It's a fake let's play of a fake game, and it's sort of a creepy like
Yeah.
the videos and the game itself are
Oh,
both like.
I saw a game theory on this.
There is a game theory on it. Recently, I found another YouTube channel that talks about it called Nightmare Masterclass, and I have mixed feelings about Nightmare Masterclass, but I've been watching a bunch of it lately, and he has a big examination series on Petscop, and I just think that things like Petscop are really inspiring. I love things that are like, it has such a novel format and that plays with the medium and stuff, and I think that kind of thing is so cool. It's so fucking cool to me.
Completely agree, and I want to talk about Petscop a lot. However, I must just say that what is the name? Nightmare Mastermind?
Masterclass. Nightmare Masterclass.
Nightmare Masterclass. There are so many Nightmind phony, like, fucking knockoffs on YouTube now.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's just
I've never watched
as a medium. And
I have never watched Nightmind, and I don't think I want to. From Nightmare Masterclass. Okay, here's my criticism.
Exactly? Not that I'm really going up to bat for it, but just so I know.
think I clicked like one Nightmind video thinking that I was going to be in for some sort of like information dump or video essay or something, and I remember there was like I don't even remember what it was about. I just remember I listened to it for 45 minutes the whole time thinking, when is he going to actually start talking about the topic? And then the video ended.
Oh, well, okay. That's a very strange experience, Ben, because that's his entire thing is information dump, like down the rabbit hole-esque explanation of ARGs. Like, that's what he does exclusively. So I don't know what video you watched.
I don't know either. It didn't impress me.
Okay,
but
I'm a big fan.
Sounds
Nightmare
like something I would
Masterclass.
like. I want to see
Nightmare Masterclass, he will, sometimes I appreciate the spirit of, like, being willing to make, like, big logical leaps and ask, what if this means something even when it's something really innocuous and maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. That's why I like Preston Jacobs. That guy isn't afraid to ask the tough questions.
He's not afraid to spin wildly out of control.
He's not afraid to surmise that Quaithe is bouncing telekinesis signals off the moon.
Indeed. Indeed.
Oh man, that reminds me, because I watched the fucking Alex Jones on Joe Rogan podcast.
It's a good one. It's a
it
good
was
one.
So good.
I haven't seen that one.
Alex goes off the rail. I don't know if he's like this every day, but it's
Alex
nuts.
Jones is fucking insane.
All right, but it's so funny. It's so funny.
I
like,
honestly-
everyone
That
starts
sounds
laughing.
funny. The only Joe Rogan podcast I've watched is the Andrew Yang one. As a matter of fact.
Fair enough.
The fucking.
But it was good and I liked it.
The fucking what's his name? The Alex Jones episode is 5 hours long.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every
boy.
minute of it, and I am now a fan of Alex Jones.
Dude, Alex is so
boy.
entertaining. He's so, like, you just have to be like, this is obviously bullshit. And it's
I
so
don't even
funny.
I don't even find that much of what he says to be that crazy.
He talks about interdimensional elves, specifically, literally interdimensional. Like when he
The
talks
clockwork elves. You gotta kill the clockwork elves.
It's just that some of the things he says, when Joe says like, okay, whoa, you need to explain what that is. Then he like elaborates, and it actually is not as insane.
Right.
But what he uses up front is just, it blasts you with this information that obviously seems ridiculous.
He's the one who says they're putting chemicals in the water and turning the frogs
But see, Ben,
gay,
okay,
right?
that's a great example, because the thing is, he's literally not even totally incorrect, because what he's specifically referring to is that there is a documented chemical that was released into specific water bodies in America. I forget why, but what it did was it increased, I think it was actually like hermaphroditic mutations in frogs. So while it's not fair to say that it's turning them gay,
wrong. That is in fact wrong, then.
But there kind of is. That's not totally 100% wrong.
The way Alex Jones
it's
talks,
basically completely wrong.
No,
though.
listen. The way he talks, the way he explains things, is he gets a piece of information that is crazy and is true. And he has lots of these things that he talks about are verifiable, and when they are, he'll say, like, go Google it. You know, you Google it, you find out this fucking insane thing he said is true. But he will phrase it in a weird, somewhat hyperbolic way, and also he will extrapolate on it.
Indeed.
into like, you know, trying to understand. But at the same time, there's in this Joe Rogan podcast, there's a very clear self-awareness about the fact. First of all, he constantly says things like, I might be retarded. Or like, I'm kind of, I'm very autistic. I'm kind of socially retarded. Like, he'll say things like that, right? And and in the meantime,
I can see why you like
he'll talk. Well, he also says things like, you know, I don't mean literally, like he keeps referring to aliens, but then he explains that he's like, aliens just means anything that is like not inherently from this world. So he talks about, for instance, human chimeras, right, which are real. There are
real.
There are real experiments on human chimeras that were done on
What do you mean there are human chimeras?
Like,
what
they
the fuck are you
graft
talking
human
they
about?
were only
parts.
done on like a stem cell level, but like there are.
Okay.
There's not like real like human animal hybrids
That's the thing.
walking
When you
around.
say human chimeras, your brain thinks of like a giant like wolf with a human head or something.
I mean, I
That's
just think
how
of
he works.
I just think of Nina.
yeah.
That's the totality of his. I mean, in this moment where he breaks down that he doesn't like when he says like, yeah, there's human chimeras, and then they look it up, and yes, there is a thing that happened. It's just not as extreme as it sounds, but it is not necessarily inaccurate to say that they are human chimeras, what he's describing. But then he goes on to say that like those are aliens because they are not something that naturally occurred on Earth, so he considers it an alien species. So when he talks about aliens, he's talking about anything that falls under this huge category of what he considers aliens, you know?
So basically, Alex Jones says the wrong words, and that's why people get confused.
It's that kind of. It's that he's trying to explain something that there's not necessarily words for, and so he's making up whatever comes to his mind and trying to explain it. And then if you talk to him long enough, you can kind of extrapolate back and figure out what he's really talking about. And you go, oh, okay, you're just talking about this. Oh, all right. There is a gigantic, because I mean, there is a lot of fucked crazy things going on in the world. A lot of weird, things that are being kept under wraps, things that are that are, conspiratorial. And like, there is some element of, he's sincerely exploring these things. He's sincerely questioning and like trying to get to the heart of the matter, but he is an insane person.
I mean,
so the way
the
results he comes away with just sound like insane ravings, but you also have to look at it and go, okay, well, I at least can get that nugget of intrigue out of it, that nugget of what is real and is identifiable in what he's saying, and then try to come up with like my own take on it, as opposed to trying to like, at some point I can switch off the Alex Jonesification of the information and like consider it for myself. But the stuff he talks about is fairly interesting. Like the stuff that is real is all crazy fucking shit that you're like, oh my god, that's real.
I would make the argument that Alex Jones ladens the whatever truth he has in such levels of extrapolation hyperbole that I would make the argument that it is not worth my time to try to discern.
That's very
truth
fair.
from fiction.
The only thing that makes it worth my time is that he's so fucking entertaining.
Well, that's the thing. That's
he's
what I
just
like about
going. He doesn't stop. He just gets more intense. He gets more raw, and like he keeps saying throughout the podcast, like, I've got Alzheimer's already, but like, and he doesn't mean it. But there's definitely something wrong with the man's brain. Like, he will lose track. There's moments where he just seems to completely not know where he is anymore. Like, he's ranting so fervently that he just kind of is like out of breath, and he's like, what was I talking about again? Like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore.
And for a good long while, he demanded that Eddie Bravo choke him out and make him pass out on the episode.
He just begging this guy to choke him.
Like, dude, and after a little while of like,
no,
we don't
come on,
let
Eddie, choke
anybody
me
get
out,
hurt.
come
And he's
on.
like, he just yells like, can we stop being pussies? Can you just choke me the fuck out already?
Yeah, because he was talking about how back when he was in school, like, everybody used to choke each other at his school.
Yeah, to get high or something.
Yeah, they would all just choke each other all the time, which I've heard of. I've heard of weird shit to get high, man. I used to know kids used to like.
That sounds like the kind of thing that'll give you brain damage.
I used to hear about kids
Agreed.
taking a deep breath and crouching down, jumping up, exhaling, and smacking themselves in the forehead all at once. And it just kills some of your brain cells and makes you feel kind of high for a second.
Great. See, it's undeniably
Dude, we should definitely
hilarious.
get Alex Jones on this podcast.
Yeah, we should get him on. He's looking for a platform.
I would love it.
Oh, I can't wait for the Munchie Alex Jones crossover episode.
Oh, that's
that'd
what
be
we were
good.
all saying too. We were like, "Oh, imagine Munchie and Alex Jones in the same room." Just that would be so great.
You guys would vibe.
That'd be a great episode of The Plebe and the Weeb.
That's true.
It would just be nonstop.
Have you seen? There's one clip on YouTube that's it's Alex Jones. So this wasn't intentional. It's just a clip from him on his first appearance on Joe Rogan, I think, and it's just Alex Jones explains the plot of Evangelion, and then purely, basically by accident, he details how he interprets like the modern political and like technological landscape about breakaway societies and whatnot, and it's literally Sealy. It's literally like the what's it called, the ooze or whatever.
In the Joe Rogan episode, it's like everything he describes is the plot of something. Like it's all sci-fi. It's all relatable to something. It's all like speculative fiction. Like it's clear from that podcast that he is very well read. Like he's read a lot of futurism texts and shit, and like seen tons of sci-fi, and like the way he just throws out terminology, like very, casually sounds like somebody talking about sci-fi, like talking about an anime or something. And like I remember several times that he was just like describing plots of shows that I was like, oh my god, isn't that just like Ava or Lane especially.
Yeah, that too.
There is a channel called Art House Politics, which is somewhat I don't know, it'd be maybe divisive to the fans of the show. However, I think it's really funny and crazy, and I love it. And they have a video that is, I'm going to link it. It's going to be in the show notes, hopefully. Alex Jones explained the world as a hologram. It just is a clip of Alex Jones, which he has laid in visuals over in a very humorous way, and this is the video that I think about whenever I think about Alex Jones.
Ooh, I'll have to watch this.
Like he talks in such circles that like having an infographic trying to like illustrate what he's communicating is harder than you would imagine.
Like one of the claims that he'll make a lot is he'll just throw out there's at least 12 dimensions. And I'm like, but the thing, the time...
Is he talking about, like, string theory?
He'll say,
so?
At least 12 dimensions, 10 proven.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, is he talking about that, like, 10... You know that YouTube video?
Yeah,
that
he's
old
definitely
one that's, like,
talking about that.
Yeah.
That's not just one video, by the way. That's a guy's entire channel that has hundreds of videos.
It's
but there's like the one that started it.
Yeah.
There's like the
one that that's the funny thing about the 10 dimensions thing is that if you just watch the one original video, you're like, okay, cool, sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Then you see that the guy has like hundreds of hours of explaining that same point, and it no longer seems reasonable anymore.
That's interesting.
Weird. Okay. Why does Alex Jones say 12 dimensions, 10 proven? What's he getting at?
Who the fuck knows?
I don't know.
Well, where's the nugget of truth, Digi? Where's the nugget of truth?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess the nugget of truth is that there's possibly multiple dimensions. I mean, like, the main thing that resonated with me about Joe Rogan's whole spiel is this idea that he seems to think, similarly to how I do, that, like, humans we're basically trying to, escape entropy, make it to the next, sort of exit the dimension that we are in, or achieve awareness of a higher dimension so that we are not limited to the one that's, this universe that's coming to an end, so to speak. And this...
I mean, he knows that's not what these dimensions are, right? These aren't,
I don't know.
Planes of existence that one can move between.
No.
Wasn't the fourth dimension time or something?
Yes, the fourth dimension is time coordinate.
I don't remember the details of the 10-dimensional thing, but it's something like that.
There was a lot of talk of DMT and how it, like, allows you to access the fourth dimension, potentially. It was crazy shit.
Oh, God.
See, I don't get down with that too much. But then again, I've never tried, so
I gotta try DMT. I got to do it.
Everyone says
I have to do it.
Oh, floods your brain right before you die.
CBD cures cancer. I learned that the other day.
Well, that's good.
Did you know that Bang cures retardation?
Oh yeah. I'm chugging it right now, dude. It's not working though.
It's not working. I need to chug faster. It's not taking effect.
Let's talk about. All right, so you discovered this energy drink called Bang that I want to find. I'm gonna try and find it in 7-Eleven.
Better be quick
next time I'm in
because
town.
I don't know if it'll be around forever.
Digi, you just happen to have been contacted in like the attempt to get you to like help take down Big Bang, as in like Big Pharma.
Yeah,
It all
okay.
comes full circle.
And apparently there's claims, it's being sued by a bunch of people because it makes a bunch of claims, including but not limited to that it cures retardation.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, here's the history of Bang, because this is an extremely long, drawn-out issue that is so... there truly is a big bang of information. This has exploded out in the past couple of days. This is being covered in the news. This is crazy. This is World War III going on right now. So I get back from a trip to Boston, and I go to my local 7-Eleven for the energy drink run, which I always ritually do every single night. And I go there, and I see next to the Monster, I see a new kid on the block. I see Bang, super creatine, potent brain and body fuel. And now, if you will indulge me, I just want to read the label, which is on the back of every single Bang bottle, which is what compelled me to try out a few of the distinct and odd flavors. So, Bang, potent brain and body fuel. Make no mistake, Bang is not your stereotypical high-sugar, life-sucking soda masquerading as an energy drink. High-sugar drinks spike blood pressure levels, producing metabolic mayhem, causing you to crash harder than a test dummy into a brick wall. Power up with Bang's potent brain and body-rocking fuel. Creatine, caffeine, CoQ10 and BAAC's branch chain amino acids. Life is an extreme sport, and Bang is the extreme energy source to live life extreme. All three of those extremes are spelled without an E, so it's extreme, and then there's a TM at the end. You had to be 18 years or older to drink this
do they each
product.
have a TM?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. They couldn't have trademarked Extreme, right?
No. I'm saying the end of that of life is an extreme sport is TM'd.
Okay, gotcha. That's a little better. It's not much better.
Zero carbs, zero sugar, 0 calories, 0 artificial colorings, and I am patient.
What's in there?
I'm patient number. I believe 8.5 million. I'm patient 8.5.
Does it actually say a patient number?
Yes.
What does that imply?
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Means, like, this is the one of the
it's
8
healing
millionth, the 8 millionth Bangs produced.
All right,
Seems to be almost like a doctor, like it's making some medicinal claims with something.
Seems
Well,
like
it is. It says that it reverses retardation.
It seems like this drink needs a disclaimer on it, like this product is not meant to diagnose or cure any disease.
Or cure retardation.
Specifically,
but not
it doesn't
limited to
it doesn't
retardation.
say cure retardation. It says reverse mental
What's that mean?
retardation.
I feel like
As in
that's
it will reverse
definitely
your
like a
retardation and
funny
you'll actually
joke
be
marketing
smarter
thing,
than a
but I just
regular
didn't
person.
think people would take
No,
it
it
seriously.
seems to be
reverse retardation in the sense that the more retarded you are now, it will flip the script and you'll be even more intelligent once you drink this Bang. You'll have reverse retardation.
Right.
Hold on. The bottle. Okay, I am intrigued by the bottle, and there are some numerous strange flavors, such as a cotton candy flavor, which I purchased. This cotton candy flavored energy drink. I get it. Tastes pretty good, actually. Tastes kind of strange, actually. Not really like Monsters I've had. It's carbonated, but very mildly carbonated. It kind of tastes like a water, but just has an extremely potent, unbelievably potent, like they put too much serum in it, cotton candy flavor.
Sure.
And so I'm intrigued by this odd delicacy, which I am partaking in. And then begins my stumble down the Bang rabbit hole. And I just became a fanatic for this energy drink after navigating to their official website, if you care to join me, bang-energy.com. And you'll be confronted with sights unknown.
Dude,
you're going to be selling more colors than you bargained for.
I want a pair of Bang kicks so fucking bad.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't have just Bang, nor do they have just other. This Bang is marketed semi as like a workout thing. So they have protein powder and keto coffee. They don't even have just drinks delicacies though. They have apparel. They have commercials.
Nice.
They have healthy keto recipes, so you can make your own keto delicacies using the protein powder at various points in the recipe. They have events. They have a whole ton of YouTube videos. They have the Bang anti-diet rapid body remodeling blast fat fast with the CEO Jack, like literally Jack Owo, spelled like Owo with a C at the end.
Awok.
Awok.
Jack awoke. So the intrigue to me about this, I received an email, and I've seen the Bang Energy in stores. I've also seen some of the other stuff by the company, because it's by a company called VPX Sports, who does like all kinds of energy drinks.
They also do Redline is another thing you can buy. That you might. I'd heard of. Redline
I just linked to their
before.
protein drink, Protein Rush, and they also had, what was the fucking bar that I've seen at the store? Oh, the Zero Impact bars. Well, apparently, so I got an email from just someone out of nowhere. The email is called Campaign Opportunity About False Advertising. It says, I'm writing to see if you're interested in working with us on a campaign to help prioritize a case with the FDA. Bang Energy has 8 active lawsuits due to false advertising and marketing. Check out www.thetruthaboutbang.com to learn more.
Whoa.
I'm sure you can think of some real interesting things to talk about once you visit the website. If you would like to participate in this campaign to help spread the truth and prioritize this case with the FDA, please apply here and let us know what it would cost to collaborate. So,
What the fuck?
so these people
This
are
is bizarre.
offering me money to help spread the word about the FDA case against Bang Energy, which I don't know why I would get contacted about this.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm just
yeah.
if it's just random. This guy's just emailing everybody with a fucking platform on Earth or what.
Probably.
But if you go to thetruthaboutbang.com, it's basically just about how they've made all these false claims about the energy drink, such as that it contains an enhanced form of creatine, not true, has a patent on super creatine, not true, can reverse mental retardation, cure Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, Huntington's, other forms of dementia.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And then, but at the bottom of the page it says, "Don't get bang-boozled." America is noticing.
I've been banged.
and
those fucking sneakers.
Frequently in what is it? Defeat Bang? Is it the truth about Bang?
TheTruthAboutBang.com. Yeah.
There are videos from the CEO Jack, which I don't know why all CEOs are named Jack now, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's what they do.
So if you also want to mosey on over to VPX Sports on YouTube, I will also link that here. They have a lot of videos dedicated to Bang, many of which featuring Jack. And let me just say, Jack is my personal hero and someone who I look up quite a bit. He is quite the intense, frantic man. Almost Alex Jones, which it depends on the video. Sometimes I think he hasn't drinking a Bang before recording, but in many he has, and he has a this is gonna sound strange. I would describe him as like a mixture between Alex Jones and Butch Hartman of Fairly Odd Parents fame. That's kind of like a visual
Does he
vibe.
display all the outward symptoms of reverse retardation?
I think he has an IQ well into the triple digits. Well,
Okay. Great.
so I got really down. This is like a weird coincidence, right, Digi? That like we're both like now entangled in the Bang saga, completely independent of one another.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if you want, I will select some videos for your enjoyment. But needless to say, this YouTube channel is chock full of great parody level videos and commercials advertising Bang as if it were like a joke that wasn't even like.
I'm looking
all
at
I
it.
ask Digi is please don't take down Big Bang until I've tried that cotton candy.
I'm inclined to think that this might have even been inspired by Alex Jones, who is by a supplement shill. Like that's what he does.
Yeah, it's true.
Because looking at these, it's like it's the same setup of like guy at a desk with a big expensive mic with a green screen background that is probably just in his house, and like yeah, these videos are pretty hilarious. Also, the banner of the YouTube is just a bunch of chicks in bikinis, but with their just their tits, the tits and bellies, no faces.
No, this is so blatant. Like it has to be fake, right? But then you can go to 7-Eleven and get your cotton candy flavored Bang. It's not a joke.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
can't
to be
believe
fair,
this
they
Bang.
might be pointing to their sculpted abdomens.
Dude,
you know,
I'm
they're
looking at the
fit.
website. I'm looking at the Rainbow Unicorn Fitness Collection.
Nice.
There's like,
whoa, these are keto, by the way. They have the meltdown keto caffeine free.
How to make a keto pumpkin cheesecake.
There's a ton of keto recipes on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, this is good.
There you go, Ben. It sounds
brownies.
like, and I mean, their clothes look like they would be in Endless War. So clearly,
they do. Oh yeah.
Clearly, Bang needs to be the official energy drink of Endless
true.
War.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna post a picture. Look at this. They're advertising slime. Here we go. Bam. This is what they want. This is what they want us all to be
Key Lime
consuming.
smoothie bowl. That's literally slime. They're just repurposing slime.
The colors.
It does look like slime. That's fucking funny.
You know, Nate, can you let us on the inside? Is Jack Owowick also the CEO of Slime Corp?
Number one, the N1 doesn't like us to talk about his personal affairs, so I can't. That's not relevant to our discussion right here. There's a lot of layers of security you got to go through before you get info about the big man.
What's the connection between Andrew Bang and Jack OO?
No. Oh my God, there's Andrew Gang. There's Andrew Bang. They're gonna go head to head real soon. Andrew Gang is just Andrew Yang's body on top of Jack Owowick, by the way.
It's Andrew Yang's body with Jack Owo's brain. Put into it.
So okay, 1,000 miles per hour,
also,
like 120 FPS.
I don't know what's specifically keto about any of this stuff, other than the fact that it's low carb. But whatever.
Well,
I
they
guess.
had some specifically keto drink on the site, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know what is keto about it.
Guys,
like pretty much the only thing about keto is that it is having low carbs. So
Yeah,
you
as
could
long
probably
as
make that claim about lots of stuff.
I'm sure water is keto. Like just
you could
obvious.
probably make the same claim about Monster Ultra, for example.
Yeah, there you go.
Or like literally any diet drink.
Yeah, or water. Yeah, water, for example. Highly keto. God, this Bang Rainbow Unicorn just looks so cool. Bangster Berry, killer as fuck, purple and white and black. Oh, gotta get me some. I've been marketed to so effectively.
I'm going to staff my suitcase with bangs, and I'm gonna bring it next time I come to Boston, and you're gonna be able to try some. I'm gonna smuggle you some. Don't worry. We're gonna sell this one for all.
I should just walk to Davis Square and I just gotta be like, hey, Mr. 7-Eleven, Dr. 7-Eleven, CEO of 7-Eleven Corporation, you got any Bang for me? Thanks. Mm-hmm. I bet they do. I hope so. Please, God.
We'll see. Maybe you can get your own.
Maybe.
Anyway, so Bang is an endless joy. Just navigate their website. Look at all of the crazy shit they have on display here and all the stuff that you can buy. There's so much.
It's a lifestyle
apparel.
brand, is what it is.
It is.
Do they utilize the phrase "bang for your buck" anywhere?
No, I don't think so.
No, these are extremely expensive. You don't want to be thinking about that.
They are extreme. Why are they so much money? At 7-Eleven, they're like a normal drink, right? They're a normal drink. But these are like what, $50 for a 12-pack?
Some of them are insane. Some of them are insanely expensive, and some of them are just a little expensive. There's like no real like pattern to how they're priced. Just like the weirder ones cost more.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're harder to manufacture, something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Like the keto coffee ones are more expensive than just the 12-pack of the cotton candy. Like the newer flavors just cost like double. I think some of these are like $96 for a 12-pack for some of like the highly specialized ones.
What the fuck? That's insane.
It's a racket.
Bang Variety 12-pack, $31.99. That's not crazy.
I guess that's fine, yeah.
But
all right, I've had enough fucking Bang.
Should we
move on to voicemails or something?
Clip that, everyone. Clip saying Digi doesn't want any more.
I just want to say, I just got a hilarious. Okay, so I got so whatever. You know how with the TBBAP stuff, I never once on TBBAP ever linked Best Guy Ever stuff up to this very day. The first time I ever did was yesterday with TBBAP Resurrection at the very end. Said like, hey, look what Keg and Phantom are up to, and I linked our channels. I just saw the first comment. It's on my Gurren Lagann Part 2 review. It's Proto-Gen Solace with a pony avatar just saying, this is such a good fucking video. Holy shit. We've got one. The crossover has been achieved at long last.
Hell yeah.
There was at least one subscriber to mine there.
I already did.
I've seen multiple people
cashed,
in the TBBAP comments, like, surprised that they knew Best Guy Ever. And Kickstandard, but they didn't make the connection until just then.
So many people do that, and I don't even understand how.
I had already cashed that check because when I did this Pokemon Sun Nuzlocke, I announced it on TBBAP.
Right. I never had to stoop
that
low.
Ben got a whole girlfriend out of that video.
Oh God, cut this.
I mean, frankly, Michelle was a fan
disgusting.
of TBBAP as well, and so I mean, we met much later, like during Mia Maffava. But it was originally with TBBAP. Michelle Watch was a fan of.
I mean, I
Cake
guess
and
she
Phantom.
must
Now,
have
she
figured
said she
out
liked
that
Cake
you
better.
existed
I suppose I
elsewhere.
believe her. But you know,
Suspect.
it is very.
We gotta open an investigation. I think she might be a spy from Big Bang.
She does love her energy drinks.
All right, not every
weird
episode has
dupes.
to be 2.5 hours, guys. You know,
Yeah,
You
I
wanna go
mean,
to
I'm ready to go
voicemails?
to voicemails.
we might want to go to voicemails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm for that.
All right. I say let's do it. Now
many we
before
got? How
we
many
go
we got?
to voicemails proper, we've got to check in with our current people investigating the elusive Pizza Party podcast. I don't have the sound queued up, the intro music, whatever. Come on.
I tweeted at Rebel Taxi.
Oh, I saw that.
And I included
What did he
an
say?
ill. He's mysteriously silent on
Suspicious, I'd say. Very
the matter.
suspicious.
Very suspicious.
I was not here for this whole saga. Can someone explain to me what's happening?
You don't know? Really? You
No,
missed the whole
I don't.
thing?
I
That's
missed the whole
shocking.
thing.
We're investigating the whereabouts of the podcast.
Yeah, the
Hashtag
so-called.
Where's
gone
the
away?
podcast?
It-
It is ongoing.
yet to be
because
found.
the answers are just not forthcoming.
Munchie,
You
all
know,
you need to
this
know is
rabbit hole goes deep.
hashtag where's the podcast. No one can
Yeah.
find it. There's no clues. Where's
Okay.
the podcast? No one knows.
Understood.
Okay, so let's get
So-
to it. We've got someone reporting on the scene. This is Electronic Warbear. He's got some comments to say, so let's hear from him. Go.
I've started my safari of the urban jungle of Atlanta. And what is this? A con for animation and gaming. MomoCon. And who is this special guesting at this con? Why, the Pizza Party podcast.
Oh my
No.
God!
I've begun my mission to find the podcast.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Fool's
where's the
errands.
podcast?
Boots on the ground. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we've got him. We've got
my
people.
fucking vision went black after you said Momo, and I just started thinking about the Momo challenge and how much of a failure I am for not finishing the Momo challenge. and how
we've
I
got
lost it.
we've got a soldier on the scene. We've got a special agent. Frankly, I fear for his well-being.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
good
mean,
luck in there, dude.
when he discovers that it's all a sham, I'm sure they'll show up. I'm sure some agents, some blank-faced, glassy-eyed agents will show up to this quote-unquote Pizza Party podcast panel. But we all know that it's all a facade. And below the surface, there is no podcast going on underneath there.
Why do they even have a fucking MomoCon appearance? They don't talk about anime.
Well, because they said it's like a cartoon or animation con, I guess. I don't know. There's some overlap.
Why is Rebel Taxi's avatar so hideous and bad looking?
It's just very abstract. I don't know what it means or is.
It's awful. It's awful.
I showed you the Toy Story Let's Play at RadCon 3.5.
Yeah.
Indeed
Yeah.
you
It
did.
was
Indeed
truly-
you
Which is
did.
pretty
truly
funny.
incredible. Yeah.
Have we linked that to the people? Are the people aware of that? Because that is incredible.
All that needs to be said is just watch the first episode of Pan Pizza's Toy Story Let's Play and just watch it to the end and trust me.
That's the
watch it to
first
the end.
episode.
Yeah.
This is your intro to the
I
series.
can only imagine where it goes from
the
there.
intro of the video is clickety clack down the track. That's what he says to start out the episode, and it goes so far downhill.
Okay, you'll know. You'll know when you hear that clicking and clacking. Okay, let's go to the actual voicemails here. This is appropriate. This first mail is from Fuck the PPP, Long Live the PCP. Okay,
There we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Let's
at
see what
least
he's
we
got.
exist, bitches.
And, commence.
So I just wanted to say that the last episode of the PCP was some gay shit. And I do not mean gay shit, I mean gay shit. Okay?
Yeah.
First of all, Pokemon. What the fuck is a Pikachu? Second of all, you didn't play my intro. Although the a cappella version by Ben and Nate was very nice.
Oh,
Third of all,
sorry about that.
capitalism. Nate, why don't you come hang out in this slum? Why don't you come to South America, the countries that the United States
Literally
invaded
come to Brazil.
and ruined and took all the money from? Why don't you get some perspective? Last of all, what the fuck's going on with the editor contest? I want to make some money. I want to get out of this fucking awful place that is Argentina. But I can if you fuckers don't say that I won. I won the contest. I won.
Well, okay.
Fuck the Pizza Party podcast.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad he said that. I put that in. I just wanted to say, hey, everybody who's waiting to hear back about the editor contest, we're still voting and deliberating. You will hear back, so we haven't forgot. Obviously, it's high priority.
I've already cussed my judgment.
Indeed, most of us
listen,
have.
I edited the last episode, and it ruined my whole week. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I hated it. I'm never doing it again. I'm so fucking eager to pick a winner and never edit another.
Well, that's great, Ben, because I think you're one of the people we're waiting to hear from in terms of your votes.
Okay. Yeah, I should. Okay.
I'll send you the
my
list.
B, guys.
We've got the list.
My B.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I have to do it too, so I'm dragging ass. Okay. Next one. Let me see. This voicemail here is from Eris Dies. I notice he says Eris, not Aerith. I appreciate that. Go.
Okay, I've been playing Final Fantasy VII, and I just realized that like Eris fucking dies, and I'm at that point that happened, and like, do you get her back, or is she dead forever? What the fuck?
Oh, I love that music.
I grinded her levels and shit. She's gone now.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I want her back.
Is this one of those things where it's like he's known forever that Eris dies, but when it actually happens, he's like, "Oh, she actually died."
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
I spent like
I just
20
thought
hours
this was a
grinding her
meme.
levels. Yeah.
You knew
We've
she
ended
was
the,
gonna
like-
die. Why didn't you just not grind her?
Why didn't you prepare yourself?
I mean, to be fair,
he didn't think they would actually do it, the madman.
It's kind of like that argument that's like, like if you think that X mechanic is in a game is overpowered, then just don't use the mechanic, bro. Like, impose your own difficulty challenges. Like, I would argue it is a look. I mean, I love that Eris died. That's dope. But it is technically kind of like a flaw that you can invest time and resources grinding a character only to have them.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's
I
technically a flaw?
No.
It's just
no. It's not a flaw.
It can be annoying.
It's a good thing. It's literally a good thing because you have more than a story reason to care about Eris.
That's true.
Yeah.
That, for story
you have a
sense,
gameplay
that's true.
reason.
I'm just saying, like, if you just say on a gameplay side alone, and you spend a bunch of time grinding a character, especially if you played the first time, you don't know.
That adds to it.
I'm just saying,
imagine if in the remake they made it so that all of her XP goes to your other characters.
I don't even want that.
Dies.
I don't even want that. That would be...
you could complain about it. Someone might not like it. That doesn't make it a flaw.
Fair enough. I guess kind of depends on your perspective, but okay, I get the point. Okay. Now, actually,
I'll fucking fight someone criticizing that because that's great. It's just great. Hippo. You're right. You're invested. You're invested. Because
that's
you
true.
Worked.
It feels like a real loss, especially if you fucking got her 4th level limit, which you can get by that point, even though it's hard. But whatever. By the way, next voicemail is from I think it's Senor Sad and Depressed. It's like SR period, so I assume it's Senor. Maybe it's Senior. I don't know. But this is another one about loss.
SR period definitely means senior.
Does it? Okay, Senior.
Well,
sad.
but that's like it would go at the end of a word because like the opposite of junior.
It's at the beginning. I choose to pick Senor. I think it's Senor. All right.
Maybe it's senator.
Maybe.
Oh, it might be. That's true. Okay, let's hear what you have to say, sir. Hang on, it's loading. There it goes.
Mr. Senator, please.
Mr. Bestman. In all times you mentioned Gurren Lagann, please explain why, in all the videos that I've watched before now, where you've done so, you've never once said that Simone's brother is Kamina. So I was thinking, like, Simone's brother dies, but, they're not actually real blood siblings, and he can't die, right? And so I just never thought about it. Then when you get to episode 9, and you're just there, and he kisses Yoko, and they're going into a fight, and you're just thinking, like, does he actually die?
I know, I was thinking that too.
I paused it at that point. I was,
Dunce.
like, thinking, like, recalling all the times you had mentioned him, and I was just like, no, he doesn't die. He said brother.
How did we get 2 of these in a row?
You never said Kamina.
Did you ask for this?
You never said Kamina,
What
Mr.
the fuck is the
didn't
point
ask
of
for
this?
it.
So I paused it on Netflix, and I scrolled through the thumbnails, and I saw him. Episode 16, I saw the thumbnail had Kamina in it.
Lol. That's the flashback episode, you dumbass.
Whoa.
All right.
I had shipped him with Yoko. I was there thinking they're gonna have such cute
Lol.
kids, but it wasn't true. He did die.
It is a bit of a.
Why would you do that, Mr. Bestman? I think you should make a rule.
Okay, that's enough. I heard enough. All right,
it
stop.
fucking pisses me off.
Nate heads are fucking banned. If you're a Nate head, I'm gonna fucking ban you from the PCP.
Fucking-
That's just someone who's really invested in current.
Guys,
that's all I got.
It fucking drives me insane when you go on my anime list because they fucking have like a list of if the show is like on Crunchyroll, they'll have thumbnails of the episodes. And, like, the first one that appears will always be whatever's the last or latest episode. So, like, if you see a thumbnail with a character's, fucking Crunchyroll just auto-selects a face from, like, early in the episode. So if you see a face on episode 12, when you go to Mal, you immediately know that character's not dead. I mean, obviously, it could fuck with you, like this case in this voicemail. But I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you literally have spoilers right on the page where you tell me about the show at all. And, like...
I mean, it's kind of weird. It's like you want to balance, like, not spoiling people, but I guess they just want to get, like, a little snapshot of the content of the episode as, like, a preview. But,
It's just like, this character's definitely not dying by this episode, so, rest assured.
What's that one show that you talked about where, like, there's a character who you think isn't, the twist is going to be they're not dead, but it, like, you see them, but it was like a hallucination or something. It was like a hologram. I don't know. You did your, I want a fucking video on it. You know what? Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Are we talking about Steins Gate Zero? Like, what are you?
No, it was like, what's the one with, like, the kids in, like, the post-apocalypse and they're all sciencey or something? I don't fucking remember. Okay, whatever. Who cares?
Sciencey.
I mean, don't they have, like, psychic powers or something? You know what? Who cares?
Shinsekai Yori?
I think that's what I'm trying to think of. Wasn't there, like, a guy who dies, but you think he's not
gonna... No, it's that he dies, and then, like, through the whole show, this girl, like, thinks that he is still out there. And then in, like, one of the last episodes, at the very end, like, she emerges from this dark cave, and the guy is there, and he's all grown up, like he would be, because he had died when he was younger. And then it just straight up at the start of the next episode turns out she was just seeing shit.
Oh my god.
Like, it was just a different character and she was just seeing shit. And it was totally meaningless.
That's fucked up.
So fucking annoying. If people defend that show, people call that show a 10 out of 10.
Maybe other parts are good. I don't fucking know.
No.
Not being impressed.
Fucking terrible.
Okay, all right, next call. This one is #BringBackDeVoo. Let's hear what he has to say.
This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying before we started. We gotta bring back Devu. People crave
artificial scarcity of Devu. Like the best member. Every episode will have like one mention of him, but only for like a second, and then no one talks about him ever again. And I just listened to some of the older episodes of the podcast with Devu on it that I listened to with my mom, and they were fantastic. I have not enjoyed a podcast
it
for
was
10
the period
years.
Sex one with your mom?
Finally did because of the power of the Devu. And we barely get any Devu content. He's kind of like a limited edition thing. Why is this? Why do all podcast members have to be flaky, floppy, gloopy, basically hardened air like all PCP members are? Can't we enjoy Devu? Why is the only Devu content we get a video game? You can't do anything with it.
What's wrong with that?
All you can do is just play it.
You can't do. What are you supposed to do with a video game?
You know, I'm usually in favor of capitalism, but you know, if it takes a couple of government interventions, national policies, higher tax rates, weird utilitarianism, whatever it takes for Devu to come back on the show, let's do it. Big problem.
Agreed. The problem here is that you're barking up the wrong tree. Like, you're asking us, why isn't Devu on the show? None of us knows.
He can come back anytime, any day.
Yeah, literally, Devu just doesn't... I mean, he seems to be very adamant about not wanting to have a public persona, so there's that.
He just fucked off somewhere.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to.
I suppose, because, you know, I didn't think about this point till now, but I suppose this whole not wanting to have a public persona might just mean he does not want to be on podcasts. I mean, especially ours anymore.
I mean, it would seem so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do know that what? No, go on, go on. I do know that he has explained a little bit about what's going on his Patreon if you patron him.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Well, mostly just that he's working on stuff and that the Patreon is active again. That's pretty much it.
It's not that we like pick every episode who's going to be on. It's whoever wants to be on.
It's just whoever shows up. Yeah.
We like listen. We want Devu here as much as you do. We all want more Devu. Yeah. It's not up to us. We can't do it. He's gonna come to us.
If you got I would encourage, if you want to know what's going on with Devu, talk to Devu. do not like. Devu really does not like when other people speak for him. So like, I don't want to even speculate about because I don't really know. I don't know what the hell's going on with them because he barely talks about anything other than editing my videos. But
he's not even in the chat. He left the PCP chat. He
did that ages ago.
Let's not be hyperbolic. He could. He's done that before. He could come back anytime. So
he can come back anytime. I'm just saying, if you guys want to know what's going on with Devu, ask Devu. Don't ask us.
I was just gonna say, I see Devu in the chat, but I realize that's just Victor.
I changed Victor's name and role to be Devu.
We were talking about this before this episode.
So never mind. I guess we've got a new Devu. It's okay, guys. We've replaced Devu.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
We built a better Devu.
if only Victor ever came online on Discord, even one single fucking time.
I don't think Victor even has Discord like on his computer.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So he's just like
can't read.
To us, essentially.
Yeah.
So
he's just as much of a limited edition artificial scarcity.
Even
boy.
more so. But yeah, fair enough. Anytime, people, and don't bug him, don't harass him or anything. But like, if you want him to come back, you could inform him in a polite and respectful way.
He's on Twitter. There are ways to contact him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still doing that thing that he had before though, where his Twitter, because he had ad blocked everything that wasn't the text entry form. So that he doesn't see any Twitter except for what... I don't know if he's still doing that, though. But for a while, he had it so that if he opened Twitter, it was just a type your tweet and then a submit button and nothing else.
So he can't even see, like, the response to it or anything?
No, nothing.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know if he's still doing that, though. I copied him for a while.
Dude, oh God, what was it? I talked to Ulalilia, and he told me that he has, like, software, or like he's like done something to his computer like at the operating system level that like doesn't let him see like certain website, like doesn't let him see.
That's smart,
like
dude.
It was like anything, but it was like anything that Google owns, including like YouTube.
Whoa.
So like it was like robust. Like he had like much of the internet just like blocked from his view. He's still on Facebook though. He's doing that.
Even the
he goes to such lengths to avoid a certain company for various reasons. I don't know, but then Facebook's totally okay.
Well, I mean, it's monopolized, dude. It's either one or the other, or you're fucking in no man's land, basically.
Yeah, I guess
MySpace exists.
Yeah, fair. Did you hear that MySpace just like lost like 8 years of posts or whatever? Everybody's
it just lost like somebody spilled some fucking bang on the hard drive and it all exploded.
They really banged up that hard drive and
God, Big Bang is just controlling.
Oh no! Do we have any more voicemails?
All right, we got a couple more. Let's go through. Okay, next one is this is a good one. It's Ben Saint killed my grandma.
Wait, hold on. Before you play, I just want to say for the past like 3 minutes, like for the entire voicemail section, I have been on the YouTube homepage, just like watching shitty fucking terrible new Western animation like teaser trailers without the sound on, and trying to match your guys' voice to shit. Western animation characters. So right now, I am the bunny from The Secret Life of Pets 2, being really angry on screen right now. I highly recommend this experience.
Please give us a screen cap or something.
Secret Life of Pets sounds like the most human core fucking show I've ever heard of.
But isn't it animal core though? Because it's pets.
Liking animals is human core.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Okay, let's move on. Ben Saint killed my grandma, and I want to hear about it. Let's go.
Commencing audio playback. Classified information booting in 3, 2, 1. Guys, listen to me. I don't have much time. I'm from the future, the year 2021. In the year 2020, the PCP falls apart when them snakes, the guy who dropped that awesome track, he buys Ben's kidney stone, reverse engineers it, and creates an army of Ben Saints.
Oh no!
It's Armageddon. Ben rises into power. He's playing so much Garfield Go that now he declares every day Monday for the populace. Only he gets to experience Fridays. Every other day's Monday for us. He controls everything. The stores only sell keto food. I can't do this. Oh, you don't think it affects the PCP? You think I'm being overdramatic? Listen to this.
As the inheritor, as the new inheritor of title of PCP dictator,
what?
I'd just like to say, best guy, we we wish you well in your future
What is
endeavors.
this?
And our attorneys will be contacting you soon, and we'll see you in court, you motherfucker.
Ben.
I remember. Yeah, that sounds like something I would say in the future.
Yeah. You'll have to drag me out of my gold-plated office by my dead
no,
fucking
listen,
claws.
When them snakes clones my kidney stone and turns it into an army of Ben Saints, guess what? We're all voting for Yang. We're all gonna be Yang Gang.
I guess
baby.
fair enough.
So you have complete domination over the world, but you're still voting.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Yang Gang once, Yang Gang for life. That's really all there is to it. So.
Yeah, I mean it's incremental steps. 2020 Ben Saint, the Ben Saint Collective elects Yang. 2021 we are Yang. we replace him.
All right, let's move along here. That's a terrifying thought. But next up is Hipster Cthulhu calling in again.
God, 2020, the future's looking bright, boys.
All right, Cthulhu, lay it on us.
Hey PCP, it's a bit windy outside. Let me just open the window.
That's it.
That was a wild
the entire call.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I feel refreshed.
I feel
yeah.
It was nice. It was cooling.
Risk.
Okay. You know what? So last time I said we got a call from podcast in the middle of someone else's podcast. That one was shit, but this one's a little bit better. So let's hear what he has to say.
Hello and welcome back to the podcast that takes place in the middle of someone else's podcast. Today's theme of this podcast is the crushing existential dread you feel when the members of the podcast that you are trying to have your respectable podcast in the middle of don't deem you worthy, but still have the gall to mention the fact that you exist. So it's not just like they just missed over you, but it's like they noticed you were there, but you were just not good enough. And, in a way that is crushing and soul-destroying, but another way it pushes you to make better content. So that's the end of this podcast. Thanks for listening.
We still need an example of that, I'm guessing.
Who sent that one?
His name is simply podcast in the middle of someone else's podcast. That's all I know.
He sounded a little bit like no thank you.
Maybe it's him. I don't. It's a mystery to everybody. Well, maybe we'll see improved content from him coming up. Okay, moving on.
Something about black people with British accents.
Yeah.
It's so.
Oh, do you think that was a black guy?
Did it? I thought so.
That'd be my guess if I had to guess. Yeah.
I didn't.
Who knows?
Ben confirmed racist. Okay, moving on.
That's right.
We've got PCP roll call Scorcho. That's his full name. Okay, go.
Ooh. I think it's time for a bit of a roll call.
It's a Weezer.
Starting with the Devoo.
Yeah.
And Tom Oliver. Nate's the best guy in the world. And she wears tiny hats. And let's just send him so great. Lethal. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone.
Yeah, I think that was everybody.
I feel very denigrated. I just mentioned my name. I didn't even get a blurb.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Digi didn't even get mentioned, right?
Oh, did I?
Wait, no.
I'm pretty sure
Wasn't
he just
he
skipped.
at the very beginning, like before he started to sing, or did I miss it? Oh, okay.
No, it's Devoo and Tom.
Yeah, Devoo and Tom. Lol. Oh, wait, did he miss anybody else? I think it was just Digi, right? Well, I think that is lay joke, but okay, moving on.
Okay.
It's hard to say.
Hey,
yeah.
Whoever's editing this episode, are we gonna use? Remember last episode, someone had a song that we all said like, "Oh, this should be the intro song." This episode.
I don't remember, but I believe
one
you.
of the voicemails last was just a funny song about the podcast, and we were all like, "That should be next episode's intro."
Okay, we should check this out. They're all up on the SoundCloud, so we can use them. Okay, next call. This is from Mozilla Fennekin. Writing in again.
Oh yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Hey. You argued about how interrupting affects a podcast or whatever, and as a longtime fan and podcaster myself, I want to give my thoughts. I think that interrupting can be
Okay, hold
good
on a second. I want to say something. I think that interrupting is always bad, and no one should ever do it. It's really annoying. It's really hard to listen to everyone, because everyone seems to really know each other like a bunch of baby chicks fighting over a banana. It makes everyone really angry about it.
I want to say something. You guys are fucking gay. We're all gay. Fucking gay. gay homosexual penises.
I can always appreciate.
I enjoyed it.
megalomania.
Indeed.
Case,
good meme.
Point proven. Interrupting is the
Yeah,
best. It's
absolutely.
great. Leave
That's
it.
what I got
Only
out
when
of
it's
that.
megalovania
I've
then I
gotten-
approve.
Wait, that wasn't Megalovania. That was like
That was-
wasn't
no,
that
that
the
was-
Star
no,
Wars
Megalovania.
Cantina
That was
song?
No, you
No,
fool.
it
That
was
was
Megalovania. Are you joking?
I thought it was too at first. I at first thought it was the Cantina song.
I thought it was like a heavy metal remix of the Star Wars Cantina song.
It's not a meme though.
It is a meme. They're both.
Well,
It's a way bigger meme than Megalovania is actually.
I don't know about that, dude. I don't know.
Mashup, both.
Yeah,
both.
somebody please mix that. Okay.
Sound off in the comments.
Next-
What fucking song was
It
that?
was definitely
Let us know.
Megalovania, but
Okay, but next call is from I will fuck you up harder than I fuck sheep. Okay, he's writing in. Go.
Is it a Welshman?
Maybe.
Saint Patrick chased all the snakes from Ireland.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that why Munchie's ancestors fled to America?
Oh wait, no.
You fucking faggot. Ragich gwylifdi. The next time you set
What?
foot this side of Llanfair Port Gwyngyll go get a chwindrob or Llantysilio go go go. Your ass is mine.
I think that was a Welshman, right?
That's a real place.
You made some enemies.
Whoa. Well, so that was Welsh, right, Gib?
No,
That
no,
was
no.
Welsh.
dope.
Like if you look at like Welsh like road signs, there are some like extremely long and impossible to pronounce road
dope.
like names of places.
There's a
in
video
Wales.
of a weatherman, like a Welsh weatherman, like he says like the weather in, and then he proceeds to pronounce a like 50-letter long name that makes no
Yeah.
fucking sense. But he says the whole thing, and it's like an entire sentence of a word.
Damn.
And he just says it perfectly, and he seems a little bit dissatisfied with himself that he got through without fucking it up.
I'm proud of him. He did a good job. Well,
yeah.
you made an enemy for life of the Welsh people, Munchie. That's your bad line.
I couldn't be happier.
Okay, moving on. Oh, we've got, returning hero, Riddle My Ass Batman is calling in again. All right, the saga continues. Let's go.
Oh god, I'm so fucking excited.
Let's continue. Riddle my ass, Batman. Who bangs big booty bitches, has gains muscle like no other, and eats nothing but beans? So, Batman, have you deciphered my riddle?
It's not a riddle.
It's a cryptic code, Riddler. The first line of each letter spells something.
Yes.
Bangs, B. Gains, G.
Yes.
E. Eats. BGE also stands for best guy ever.
Yes! Yes!
Very well, Batman. You're done away with this again. Release him, minions. Thanks, Batman. Anything to thank for you? I have 3 beautiful women here. Wonder Woman, Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul. Choose one. I choose. And some Ben Santa here.
What?
Insert
Hey,
Ben's
what's going
answer
on?
here.
All I got was heavy cream. Another soul saved, another soul laid. Oh, it'll be the fate of the PCP remaining members? Tune in next time to find out.
God.
Same PCP time, same PCP channel.
Oh my god.
What happened to the budget of this show?
Yeah.
I like the oldie time.
He got Halle Berry.
Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
He got Ben Affleck, Halle Berry. He got whoever plays What's the lady who plays Wonder Woman?
Gal Gadot.
Yes.
She got Gal Gadot. Yeah. Insane.
Am I the only one who every time I hear Gal Gadot thinks it's like a former Chinese warlord or something, or like some kind
It
of...
does sound like that.
Makes me think of Waiting for Godot.
All right, Riddle My Ass Batman, love you. Love your stuff. That wasn't a riddle, though. That just was like, it's Nate. Nate is green and has sunglasses.
Look,
and,
okay, just
I mean,
because the riddle
it was pretty much
simple,
the same as mine.
Yeah, just because the answer was relatively easy to decipher, it doesn't mean it was not a riddle. It was just, a riddle for babies.
Mine was just who does X,
and give
Y,
him
and
credit
Z
where credit is due.
in rhyming
This
form.
is a hilarious fucking premise. It's not that he was able to decipher what each line meant. He figured out that BGE started the sentences. This is comedy, Munchie. Do you understand comedy and jokes?
No, I've never heard of it. I'm still in the middle
Riddle
of
My Ass
lawsuit.
Batman changed
another
nothing.
soul saved, another soul laid. Here
Keep
on
innovating.
Riddle My Ass,
Batman.
Batman.
You are killing
Is
it.
that what the show's
Single-handedly.
called?
Don't get me wrong. I'm in favor. I'm in favor.
The way he says it, he like slurs it
I
together.
love
like,
it.
Riddle My Ass,
I
Batman.
love his voice. It's incredible.
Riddle My Ass,
Riddle My
Batman.
Ass, Batman. He's got like a mouthful of quarters or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Change nothing, up the stakes, up the ante. I want more. Okay, next one. This is from, okay, we got one more actual voicemail from Concerned Citizen of America. Okay, go.
Same. Related.
You know, a lot of the times you guys would say stuff like, this isn't an anime podcast, and this isn't a podcast where we talk about anime, you losers. Stop asking about it. But considering I also didn't assume it was a podcast about politics, and you seem to talk a shit ton about that, I think it's only fair that we finally get the answer to the age-old question,
what is your favorite
in the fuck is your favorite anime? And I want everybody to say it. You can't get out of it anymore. Just fucking admit it.
On the count of three.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
On the count of three, let's say what our favorite anime is.
Wait, but I don't know.
One,
you better think real fast.
2, 3.
I don't know.
Popey the Performer.
I think it's Poppy, isn't it?
Good enough.
Yeah. I think he speaks for all of us when he says Poppy the Performer.
Leafy, a hen into the wild. Bam.
I am glad. I'm
one
glad
with all
you
those
said
rats
Leafy
get
and not
murdered?
Daisy. No, not the rats. No.
Nate, are you also talking about Shinsekai Yori again?
Let's just put it down. Put me down for Shinsekai Yori, everybody. That sounds good.
Leafy is a good.
All right.
Film. Yeah. But only the sub, not the dub.
It is
the
good.
dub's
Although
Rest in peace.
Although
What the hell are you talking about?
Korean,
what the fuck is
right?
Leafy?
Leafy, A Hen into the Wild is a Korean animated movie.
Not even
about
anime!
It's
That's
about
the
a
joke,
hen who
BG.
adopts a duck.
It's not even anime!
It's about a hen who adopts a duck
Kind of.
and raises it as her son.
Adopts
and
a
it's
duck?
I'm not paying
More like,
attention
is
to
a
your
car.
description
All
because
right.
it's not anime.
It's a heartwarming
It is
film
good.
and it's
also-
really good.
It's so good.
Bitch.
All right. I'm sold. I don't know about you. Moving on.
Mage,
We're done.
did you
I
introduce
might have
me
because
to
I
Leafy?
was saying how good it is like forever ago because I loved it so much.
I think I might have heard about it from you actually.
I'm glad you liked it.
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, you should.
Let's end.
Shut up. Yeah. Was that the last one?
That was the last one. We're all done, people. So thanks for listening, everybody. This has been another episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast. Patreon.com/...
The Procrastinators.
Right, yes. Okay, thank you. I don't know why. I
have no
have a
fucking
tab
clue.
open
Yeah.
It's
and,
the
and just read it out.
$5
I
gets you
should.
bonus episodes.
We just recorded a new one, people.
One every
I'll
month.
tell you what it is.
It's a good one. The new one's a good
Should
one.
we say what
I
it
think
is?
we
Do
already
do
did at
release
some
the
point.
It'll
topic?
come out it'll come out 3 days after this episode comes out. So we'll let you speculate. We'll tell you after it comes out. So give us your money.
Do you know what will be out by the time you're listening to this?
It will not be out by the time they listen.
No, I'm asking, do you know what will be out by the time you're listening to
No.
this? Supposedly.
No, I don't.
The real PCP dating sim.
Oh.
At PCP dating sim.
Yeah,
on
fuck
Twitter.
That's right. Of course.
But not the original one, which will be out 2 days from when you're listening to this on April 1st. But the other one supposedly will be out on
I think
the
the
3rd.
one
just
coming
well,
out on
just
April is
check that
only
out.
going to be a demo.
I think that's true.
It is a demo. That's right.
We got a voicemail, by the way. Go on, Munch. Go on.
Well, I just want to say that I don't believe you.
Well, that's the thing. We'll have to see.
I've doubted this project from the beginning. And
April
if they
1st, right?
can-
April 1st. That
April
date
1st.
has no larger significance that I'm aware of, so that should be fine.
They seem sincere.
though.
Seem,
I mean,
despite the date,
they
seem
are
we, the
not
PCP,
sincere.
have been on record at saying that the best kind of surprises on April Fools are actual things that you think are bullshit, but turn out to actually be real and cool and dope. So maybe
I will reserve judgment.
How exciting!
For the first.
How exciting! Anyway, follow those guys. Yes. Well, go check out if it's out by the time you're hearing this. I guess. How interesting.
That's at PCP Dating Sim and at PCP Dating are the two competing sims.
You know, we got a voicemail from somebody. It was something essentially like he made in 1 minute he made a PCP dating sim that was like a Google text thing you could type into. It wasn't. I think it was a joke though, so I didn't.
You know, while we're doing our
joke.
promos, I just felt the need to say, if you're listening to this podcast and you need more content in your life, subscribe to everybody on the podcast and watch all their videos. I don't know.
Good idea.
It's weird because I know there's people who listen to PCP who only like actually follow a couple of us or maybe just one or somebody.
Yeah.
The conceit of this podcast is there's a bunch of people who make good videos. So go watch them all.
Make good stuff.
Is that the conceit of it?
More or less.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree.
We'll say good content.
Not everybody necessarily does videos all the time.
Everybody in the group makes good content, so go follow the rest of their content.
That's definitely true. There's links in the description.
We need to say that more often. We need to be more like, hey, get everybody.
You're not wrong.
Because I just hear every once in a while people who are like, oh, I don't know anything about X member of the PCP, and I'm like, why? Why do you not know anything about any member? If you're a fan of one of us, why would you would like all of our content? It's all the same kind of shit.
Every episode, there are links to our YouTube channels in the description. Everyone who's on that episode, and from our YouTube channels, there are links up in the top. We've got our other social media and other platforms and stuff linked. From
Mine
there.
always links to my webcomic site
Yours has
where
been updated.
I have my cool stuff. Like the few weeks ago now, that video I just made about me talking about what I do ended up with a lot of people learning about me, and I got contacted about something special and secret, and it's cool.
Do you mean the Hippo Talks for Minutes video?
Hippo Crit Talks for Minutes.
Yeah, sometimes taking a minute,
really good
taking a little bit to focus on basically marketing yourself can go a long way, a very long way indeed.
Yeah. That's why I just did it.
Despite my reputation for patreon.com/BenSane, I never say it anymore, and it's been to my detriment.
Indeed. That was an essential meme, a foundational meme, really.
So I'm saying patreon.com/BenSane. Also read my
any marketing campaign eventually starts to ring hollow to people when they hear it too much. You always got to be reinventing your ad platform.
You got to strike the right balance.
I couldn't just keep ramming that down people's throats forever. I had to find a new tactic. So instead, I just stopped.
Wise as always. Okay, that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. You can follow us, of course, at TP Crastinators. You should go, if you have not, go do yourself a favor and go watch TBBAP Resurrection. Link down below, people, in the show notes.
Why is it not called Max Revive TBBAP?
I don't know. Max Reviving is relevant in there. I guess we could have done that. Anyway, it's too late now, and it is what it is.
We didn't.
We will see you soon, people. And by the way, I'm playing us out with an outro. Bye, everybody.
Oh, I'm supposed to be working right now, but I'm not working. I'm doing lots of shit. Working out at the gym, PCP fit boy. I'm supposed to be eating all my greens. Don't forget to subscribe to us. You don't gotta do some shit on the Patreon, but give us money, please, and buy the shirt. Join our FCK, new to the endless war. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Tune in next week to hear another